Hi, everybody. Welcome to the TinCan podcast. We're going to be talking about a whole lot of things in entertainment, in politics, in real world. This is, uh, we have Nathan here. Nathan, wave to the fans if we have any. Alex, that's Alex over there. He doesn't like things, mainly people. He loves rowing though. He loves that shit. Anyway, we're going to get started on probably the biggest and most important thing today.
Like we should have done an hour and a half ago, but
yeah, an hour and a half ago. This was the plan to get started an hour and a half ago. We're going to be talking about the fact that the UK is now on lockdown. Boris Johnson announced today, I think it was today. Yeah, it probably was today. That people will get fined if they go out and start doing things other than going shopping or going out for a tiny bit of exercise.
what shopping's included in that? So what would you be basically allowed to do?
Basically, you're only allowed to go to supermarkets to get essential stuff, and you can go out once a day. I think he said once a day to to do a bit of exercise, and that's really it.
Mm-hmm.
And Nathan is really the only one in here that can really get an idea of what that's like, because he lives in the UK. Me and Alex are in Ireland. So, and we will probably be going on lockdown in a week or so. I'd be shocked if we didn't eventually go on lockdown. But
probably.
and from what I've seen, very shortly after the announcement, the tubes in London on the trains were just packed full of people. So I don't really think a lot of people are taking it seriously. So I genuinely think it's. I said there earlier on that it's a kind of a semi-lockdown, because he was a bit. When he was making the announcement, he wasn't very stay inside. It's important to stay inside. Do not go anywhere. You do not need to go. And apparently there's construction sites that are still open, and people are going to work there, and that doesn't seem like an essential place to be going to during this pandemic, especially considering that the UK is on lockdown now, and considering the work sites are open. Can you really call it a full lockdown? So I'd like to call it just a semi-lockdown, but Nathan disagrees with calling it a semi-lockdown. Nathan, explain why you think it is a full-on lockdown. Explain to me why I am wrong on that, please. I know I'm right.
Well, as in the lockdown for the UK here, or for Ireland?
For the UK, because that's the important thing.
So why
UK is on lockdown.
Why I think it's not a semi-lockdown and why it's a full lockdown? Well, mainly because
because you said to me it's a full lockdown when I said it was a semi-lockdown. So
yeah,
back up your point, Nathan.
Yeah, well, the reason why I think that is because you're only allowed to do essential shopping. If it was only a semi-lockdown, why lock down to the point where you can only do essential shopping? Let me just turn that off. I don't know why the fuck that's come on. You're not supposed to be going out for like a stroll in the park kind of thing, like just cause. If you want to do exercise, go for a run and stuff like that. Yes, people's exercise does just consist of a walk, but it's not a 2-hour hike around a park, a sit down in the park kind of thing. It's
sit in the cars for 3 hours.
Well, in all fairness, sitting in a car, you're not doing anybody any harm.
Yeah, I guess.
That's a good point.
As long as you're on your own, you've got that 2-meter distance from anybody. You won't be coming into contact with anybody, bar the police if you've got something wrong with your car. But other than that, you shouldn't be coming in contact with anyone. You should be fine to just drive around. I can't see why anybody would have an issue with that whatsoever. The main thing that I'm kind of I'm not worried about the whole thing. I don't like, to be honest, myself, I don't care about it. Like, if I get it, when it comes to like
no, of course you don't. You're young. You won't get affected by it at all.
No, but when it comes to the flu and stuff like that, I just feel like I've got a good immune system, and nothing ever lasts more than like a day or two anyway for me. Really? I think maybe that's just because.
What's the longest coach you've had?
Yeah, it's been a day or two, because I I feel it coming and I just nip it in the butt. Then I eat soup, drink soup, whatever way you want to put it. I eat or drink soup. As soon as I feel like I might be coming down with something, I already take tablets to kind of prevent it. I
Yeah, I do that as well. Anytime I feel something coming on, I just throw a fucking Eurofin in me and hope for the best.
you will see you're only throwing a tablet in you. I'm drinking or eating soup that's got vegetables in it, so it's building up my immune system because I'm
You're the healthy man. You.
Yeah, but I'll also take tablets as well. Obviously I'll need
I
them.
feel like crap. I throw a donut in me.
Yeah,
that does the job.
Yeah, because you get that sugar rush, don't you?
Yeah.
Give me. I need to just take a quick break. You just keep talking. Somebody's ringing me. I think it's my boss. All right, I'll be back in a second.
All right.
It's your job over. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
He's getting a call from his manager to tell him that
they're still on. They're still
because
full
of the
on.
coronavirus. What are you saying?
Maybe they've just closed down proper.
That really would be. That's the kind
Wouldn't
of
really be a surprise.
where my head goes to right as he said. My boss is calling me, so that's the only possible thing. Because if they're still open,
they are.
Further enhances
Just
my
whining about that
my
earlier.
point of this is more of a semi-lockdown than a lockdown. And if it is a lockdown, Boris Johnson did a horrible job in his announcement of telling people it's a lockdown because people are not getting the message.
No. Nobody ever gets the message until the last fucking moment.
Yeah.
Because they think, it'll be fine.
And one of the most hated people in Britain, Piers Morgan, like he's like on a morning show in Britain. Like he said on the show there this morning, he was complaining and had a full-on rant about complaining and saying, "Hey, our grandparents, they were called to arms. They went to war, but we can't just sit at home and watch TV. What the hell is wrong with us?" Like just because that's all the government is asking of us, to go home and do nothing.
That's too hard for them.
That's hard for a lot. That's not hard for me. I was doing that
absolutely
anyway before I
too
even got a
hard for them.
job. So that's really
Can't do
all.
anything about it.
Oh, we can hear this conversation. Let's all be quiet and listen to this conversation. Okay.
Yeah, sure, why not? Interesting. So much interesting.
So he's calling something
Well,
off.
I mean, you always rag
Seems the
on about
boss-
this, but still.
Yeah, I don't think the
Pointless.
boss knows what's going to happen either.
Obviously, he'd know.
Yeah, that's a good
run the
boss
place.
doesn't own that brand. I'm not going to name the place.
Oh no! Still, you're in charge of a branch, so
Yeah.
you're still be in the know, sort of.
You'll hear from the higher ups, and
Obviously,
I'm assuming his boss have not heard from the higher ups yet. So
probably not.
I'd be shocked if that place isn't closed soon. Like
Mhm.
McDonald's is closed. McDonald's. That's a lot of money lost for McDonald's because
Oh, you have no idea. That is instrumental amount of money you lost.
And when Nathan comes back, there's a particular person that thinks they were infected. Actually, no, I'm not going to bring that up. That will just bring it. That will take us off into a whole different topic. I'm not going to bring that up. We'll just stay on the topic at hand. We'll find out exactly how Nathan is going to handle this whole lockdown. Because we all know Nathan loves to go out for his runs, don't we?
Oh yeah, his runs. Runs.
Yeah.
Runs.
That's what he loves in life. That's what he loves.
Runs to the fridge. Anyway.
It's okay to make those kind of jokes. We've been friends for
Oh yeah.
a decade. It's okay.
Fine. Everything's fine.
I think it's been a decade anyway. Yeah. It's been a decade. When did we start secondary school? We started secondary school in 2011, I think. I think it was 2011 anyway.
Bit mental.
Yeah, that is mental. So that was That was exactly 10 years ago. That was just a pure guess there. So, well done, subconscious. You did a good job today. I'm proud of you. I'm very proud. Oh my god, this boss rambles on. Nathan, cut that conversation short. We're doing a show, man. We can't have this.
Unprofessional, taking a phone
This
call
is unprofessional.
in the
Doing a
middle
show
of
like
a
this,
recording.
you gotta hang that phone up. You gotta text that manager.
Absolutely
You gotta text that
mental.
boss. Tell him,
Just
listen,
keep ragging on him.
I'm exercising my right on my day off to not talk to you.
Mm.
So please, I'll talk to you when I'm working. That's the only time I have to talk to you. Yeah. That's my attitude. That's my attitude there. Right, what's he saying? What is he saying? Yeah, but what if she hasn't? What if she hasn't, Nathan? No, I don't know. What are you saying? Tell us. What's why? Making no sense.
Mad shit going on here.
Start talking sense. Why are you doing this to yourself?
Because he's mad.
What has she got to do with anything, Nathan? Oh, money, yeah. Yeah, you do got to get back. Your fans are awaiting you. Yeah, that's right. Bye. Good luck. I cannot express how unprofessional that was, Nathan. How dare you? How dare you?
Disgraceful.
What? Leave it. Oh look, Alex's cam looks good.
What?
Oh yeah, it actually does. Holy crap!
That's his phone. That's why. Yeah.
It's a bit wonky because it's the IP cam thing.
Yeah. Is it your
But
phone? Yeah.
I need to make it do USB, so there's zero latency.
That's your phone. Yeah.
It goes through my router. That's the issue.
But it looks good. Well done. Upgraded.
Yeah,
I like it.
It does look. You can tell.
10 times better.
Slightly better.
10 times better.
Yeah.
What I'm saying right now is fantastic. It looks fantastic.
No.
Please. If anybody's watching on Twitch right now, I can't see the view count. just comment, tell us on a scale 1 to 10 how damn good Alex's camera looks in comparison to us. Because like before, he was working off a top quality 420p.
Listen. It was a 480p.
480, okay.
It's an amazing camera. Okay.
It was
Absolute
It was 360 at best.
Shut up.
What's the scale of quality? It starts off like 240, then to 360, then to 4.
We're back to this.
No, we're not. Although, no, we're not. Get back.
No, put it back. Put it back. Yeah,
What are you talking about?
That's awful.
Fine,
That's
we're
awful.
Fine.
Definitely not.
Dude,
We're fine.
once you go fucking.
No, the other
720,
camera's
you
way
can't go
better.
back.
That's way
10
better.
times
Like
better.
that's
a whole lot better.
Yeah.
That's a ridiculous amount of better. We you can't get any better.
I think it's like a 5 times increase in resolution.
Yeah.
You know what you can do better though? Talk about this lockdown.
I can't be arsed about this lockdown because I've been sitting on my arse.
You're like, so there's nothing different.
No, my lifestyle hasn't really changed.
No, you're just, this is your norm.
Less driving. That's it.
No, but you can still drive.
I kind of miss driving a lot because I used to drive like 3 hours a day. Like,
yeah, because you go rowing and shit.
Well, yeah.
Right.
I just go to the garage and that's there, and I just don't drive much. But
where did we leave off? Where did I leave off? I was talking about the.
We're still banging on about the Mr. Johnson there.
Yes.
Boris Johnson. The British Donald Trump.
As to why I thought
Oh, come
It
on.
was a full lockdown. Yeah, so let me get back into it. So
Stop saying
basically,
that.
because you only
It's a
have,
full lockdown.
because again, you've only got essential shopping or essential, like you can only leave the shops for or the houses for essentials. Like you're not going to be able to go down to the pub. You're not going to be able to go down like just for a fucking stroll. You know, well, you might if that's what you class as your exercise. But again, I don't know how the police are going to enforce that. Like, I have seen a few memes. I don't know if you have seen them, but it's like it's a photo of two cops, and one's got like the book out and a pen, and he's like, "Good evening, sir. I hope this is your first walk of the day."
Yeah, they're gonna fucking throw us up against the walls. Yeah, how many fucking times have you been out today?
Yeah.
Or, let me do that. How many times have you been out today? How many times?
I think that's a bit
How many
racist
times
there.
have you been out today?
I think that's a bit racist. But anyway,
It's not. That's an accurate British accent.
Fair enough.
You can't do that. Like if you start talking like a leprechaun and saying you put on an Irish accent, that's not an Irish accent. That's just full on stereotyping. You can't do that.
How isn't it? That would be an Irish accent.
Because no Irish person sounds like a leprechaun.
You don't know that. You can't speak for all the Irish people. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But you do not speak for me. You do not speak for me.
From all of the counties. All of the accents from all of the counties.
Right, we're going so off topic here. We're going we're way too far off topic here.
Way off topic. Anyway.
You're just ragging on about random shit now.
If I were to argue with you and say it was a full lockdown, the only thing that I think defends that or makes that point relevant is the fact that police could probably. They did mention police can fine you if you're doing shit you're not supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but how are they going to find out? Like, how are they gonna know that it's my first walk? The only thing I could think of them doing, which I couldn't even see them properly doing, because it makes no like. Not that it doesn't make sense. It just creates a hell of a lot more hassle for the police, which is to write people's details down and then put it onto a system there and then if it flags up that same day, but that's just going to be like, you know, you're going to have to take everybody's details. So I don't know how they're going to get away with it.
That would be
very time consuming.
Yeah,
very time consuming. You have to do it every day. You could have issues with systems showing that people have been out. That day when they haven't, and it was the day before. You could have people like coming out at 11:59, took details or whatnot, and then wait till 12, taking the piss and walked out again. You know, oh well, this is my next day exercise. You know, technically they're right, but at the same time, it's a bit of a piss take. You know, and I can see people doing that. Like the only shops that are open are food shops at the minute. Now our shop is opening, which I kind of don't really want to get into.
About that.
Because you tweeted there earlier on saying that your workplace shouldn't close, and you were saying retweet this, you know, to make sure you're heard, and you know,
when
stop this place from closing.
No, I did. No, I didn't. I said.
What did that tweet say?
It didn't say stop this place from closing. I was like,
were you saying close it?
Oh, I was for closing. I was for closing 100%.
Okay.
100%. The only reason why they haven't closed is because they don't want to have to pay the people the wages. Because if they close, then they got to pay the wages. Whereas if they don't close, they don't got to pay nothing. The tweet said, retweet this tweet if you want to get the attention of @Halfords.
You're giving away your workplace.
That'd be right.
It's on your Twitter. Fuck off.
To all three. Yeah, but no. Oh, well, yeah, fair enough. Just don't give away my full name, and it's fine. All right. Everybody knows it's Nathan, but other than that, nobody knows it.
Because
So. It said to rethink about opening up, and then I'm just like, the more retweets, the better chances of being heard, which is true. If you like, it's like anything, a movie, a game. For example, when Sonic the Hedgehog's first trailer came out and the hedgehog looked absolutely fucking ridiculous, all the people done was send the same. Yeah, there was uproar on Twitter, and they said the same hashtags to kind of gather the attention of said studio to then get them to change the look of the character. Now,
for the better.
Yeah, for the better. I went to see it.
Absolute holy shit.
It was pretty good, to be quite fair. I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, I thought it was like it had a few rip-off moments. I'd say from X-Men: Days of Future Past, had a couple of rip-off moments from that, especially
Possibly.
that slow-mo scene with the music. That was just a full-on rip.
But what else could
it was
you?
Enjoyable.
That's literally his shtick, though.
Yeah, but what else could you do with
yeah?
It's like saying like, you know, well, they've done that in the Flash. You know, the Flash is super speed. Everything is slowed down anyway. You know what I mean? It's like what you know.
Like, as much as I don't like the Flash, and like I've only watched like half the first season, I thought it was ultra cheesy and the effects were subpar.
It's kind of his thing, though.
Was also subpar. But the whole lightning stuff was like, okay, that's an original idea to portray a speed. But yeah, the Sonic thing was just kind of a full on rip off. So that was that. How did we get from this? How did we get to this topic?
So we got to this topic because I was explaining that there was uproar on Twitter about like how Sonic looked like in the first trailer, and I was giving an example of because there was so much uproar, studio changed. Yeah, the studio changed it, so that's why I was trying to get.
You're thinking that you're trying
that you get enough. Yeah, you get enough uproar. You got people talking about it that don't even work for the place. That. Like at the minute you have people already tweeting that company
saying close down.
Yeah, saying close down, basically that they've got relatives that are working, selling bikes, selling kids' bikes of all things, which they shouldn't even.
Essential.
It's not essential. They shouldn't be out. We shouldn't be selling any kids' bikes whatsoever. If anything, we should only sell to somebody that's got ID for the NHS or police, or for
nobody that needs to buy anything.
Yeah, only the emergency services. All emergency services people have a badge or some form of ID that can show that you're part of the emergency services. If they don't have that, we don't serve you. And I'm sorry, but that's how it's going to have to be. And that's how I would do it. But I have no idea what way that company's going to do it.
It's too late. You've already said it.
I know, but I'm not going to keep saying it. I'm not going to keep saying it.
But anyway, yeah.
There's a few things I would do different. There is a few things I'd do different.
What would you do different?
I'd close down.
Yeah,
that's
the only thing you can do. That's the only thing that makes sense in a lockdown.
Yeah,
close everything down.
I'm not gonna.
Outside.
I'm not saying as to who has done this.
Do not need to go outside.
I'm not saying as to who's done this, but I've already read a text. No, listen to what I'm saying. Listen, wait, let me. So I'm not saying who has actually decided this, but. I've read a text there about 20 minutes ago or so that somebody was from our team going to be going into self-isolation because due to this nurseries were actually closing. We've got nobody to mind the kids, and because Halford had decided to close last night and then do a complete U-turn this morning, you now have people sitting at home with kids not able to come in because a lot can happen in them 24 hours of announcing that you're going to do something and then taking your time to retract that and do a complete U-turn. So that's what happened. Somebody has already classed them or put themselves into self-quarantine because they've got nobody to mind their kid. But yeah.
But yeah, that's fair. But that's really just Boris. Go do another announcement. Make it more clear that do not go outside or you'll be fined.
Sadly, that's not going to happen because that's the competent thing to do.
Kick up the arse. Alex, we haven't asked your thoughts on this. Do you have any overall sentiments on this? This particular lockdown.
It's a decent clusterfuck, but I mean, you could fuck it up more. So
Which is what everybody's doing because nobody's actually listening. No one's staying inside. They're all going to like beaches and stuff like that. They're like, oh, this is an early summer holiday. This is great.
You see that video on Twitter where what was it? In Spain, the police literally jumped in the pool to grab an English tourist and get them the fuck out.
Yes, it was a drunk. So the story behind that was actually it was a drunk woman. And they had announced that they're closing off the pool and stuff like that. Now she maybe had a little bit too much to sip on, and decided, well, fuck this. They're not the UK government. I don't listen to them. In fact, I don't listen to anybody, even police enforcement. So
they had to go in and drag her out.
What did the policeman do? He got into his jacks and or cacks and dived into the pool after her and dragged her out by the throat.
Well done.
And what else are you supposed to
fucking well done. You fucking put on your working pants that day.
He can't he literally he couldn't touch her anywhere else or she could probably do him. Because that's normally if it's a female, men police officers can't.
There's so many ways you could take that sentence.
Men police officers can't like search females. It has to be a female officer kind of thing. So that's why I'm like, I don't think.
I don't necessarily. I don't think that's a law because I've seen men do like male bodyguards do that to women at concerts. And it's just like, okay, why did you not get a female for this? Okay, that's pretty weird. But honestly, like there's a lot of people doing a lot of crazy things. Like there was I heard there was a couple in their 60s there that thought they could cure the coronavirus themselves, and they decided to take what's the name? What's it called? It's called chloroquine. I'm pronouncing that wrong. Just on the record, I'm pronouncing it wrong. But it's a chloroquine phosphate. And they took it thinking it would prevent them from getting it. But the husband is dead. And the wife is currently in the ICU. So that's one crazy thing people are doing. And then there's a bunch of other people.
Where did they get this information? Did they come up with it themselves? Or did...
I think so. Like
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, I'm medically trained in absolutely fuck all. Let me get the can of bleach and suck on that bottle. That'll definitely clean out me lungs. What the fuck? How stupid do you have to be?
I don't know. They're in their 60s.
The bar is.
What do you mean they're in their 60s? My granny's. Actually, you would have thought people that old would have been a little wiser. But my granny's in her 70s. She's in her 70s. She's 73 this year. Actually, soon, I think within the next week. She's 73, and the 27th of this month, actually. So in 3 days.
Well, happy birthday to her.
Happy early birthday to her. But like, she wouldn't come out and go, yes, you know what? I think bleach will help me in this situation. Let me just drink the bottle. Also, did you hear... Here's another one. Did you hear about the guy over in America? Like, he's the chief of something. He basically said, right, what you want to do is if you think you've got the corona, what you want to do is you want to go and get your hairdryer, all right? Plug it in. Open your nostrils a bit and put the hairdryer right beside your nostrils and turn it on full whack. Now, the hairdryer itself will hit about 100 degrees. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to blast it up there for about 30 seconds and it should get rid of it.
Wow. That sounds intelligent.
He's apparently like either chief of police or he's something to do with like being the sheriff or not sheriff, sorry, like the mayor, sorry. I think he's actually the mayor. I think it was the mayor that said that actually, of some state in America. Yeah.
Well, that is that sounds intelligent. Like he honestly, if I just hearing that, he had to have been taking the piss. Like he had to have been taking the piss when he said that. There's no way he could have been serious about that.
Well, you'd have thought so, but
you never know.
You'd have thought so, but this was in a meeting. to like talk about the coronavirus and how they're gonna like stop things. Yeah.
Well, that's
Yep.
fantastic.
Yep.
Because the only thing, just so everybody knows out there, the only thing you can do to stop the spread is to stay inside.
I would like to repeat
Can't
what
do
Boris
that, can't
says.
do that.
Stay inside, protect the NHS, because if you don't, you're not going to have anywhere to
You're
go.
gonna die.
You're not going to have anywhere to go to get looked at, to get treatment if you decide to go outside and interact with other people and don't listen to the guidelines. Obviously, people don't like Boris. I get that. But he's only repeating what scientists are basically saying to do.
And I'm going to say what everybody is saying. The sooner you listen to what you're being told to do, the sooner you can go out and have a fucking drink.
Now, the thing about that is, right, now, I will agree with you on that, Aaron, right, but I'll also disagree.
Yeah.
Did the government listen to the people that said, close off all flights to China? No. If they had of, we wouldn't have this situation. Would we now?
That's kind of true. Yeah.
Exactly. But
Considering
everybody's
the
too
people-
worried about being racist. That's racist. You can't just discriminate against one country. No, you fucking can. When it comes to a life-threatening disease that could wipe out fucking everyone, yes, you can. In that time,
Well, let's not take it that far. It's not going to take out everybody. It's just going to take out a large portion of the older folks of the world.
all you can, like... But it really depends on the strain you get. You never know what strain you're going to get of it. Apparently, there's a good,
That's true.
there's an easier case of it, and then apparently there's a stronger case of it where you're on ventilators and everything. It's like, it's mad,
Yeah.
like, you know. But
Sky News posted a video of of footage inside hospitals in Italy.
I seen
and
that.
showing
I seen that.
on ventilators and these sort of bubble helmets on them.
Did you
and
see
it-
the one? Did you see the one of them showing all the coffins that are waiting to be cremated?
I did not.
Yeah, there was one that showed
because
that showed
that's
coffins.
something else I've heard about. Like they're not letting funerals happen. They're not letting families see the
yeah,
bodies.
family.
They're dead.
Yeah, they can't because you could possibly get it
Yeah.
and pass it on. It's literally like, what was that game where you had to like burn the bodies to actually get rid of like the infection or something like that? Wasn't there a
Sounds like
game?
any zombie game ever.
It's not a zombie game because zombies you just gotta shoot them in the head and that's fine. You don't have to burn the bodies. This is a thing where you gotta burn the body or it'll spread.
All right.
Kind of
No,
thing.
I
I can't.
couldn't tell you what that is. Couldn't tell you what that is.
Yeah, I can't remember what the name of that was, but
But it just sounds like logic, really. But
it's
yeah,
yeah.
really.
So
that's really the only thing you can do.
So
But
the
it's a shame you can't really.
the video
You have to cremate bodies. Yeah.
the video showed at the start of it was coffins and a guy was talking about them saying like these coffins are actually waiting to be cremated. As one goes out, another one comes in. And it hasn't slowed down in a few weeks. That's how it's been. He then moved on to showing people on ventilators of tubes down their throats and stuff like that.
Fuck's sake, that's I hate that.
of them having to turn people's bodies because they're not physically fit to do so, having to turn their bodies over to actually relax the lungs and take the strain off people's lungs, because the pressure that the lungs are already under, they can't have them always lying on them. Now, my question there would be, how are they getting rid of like blood clots and stuff like that if you're just lying there straight? Because they only turn you every 16 or 18 hours. If you're lying there for 16 to 18 hours, how are they getting rid of all the blood clots and stuff?
I'm assuming nurses are coming in and just, because I've seen, I think nurses just come in and move their legs about and move their arms about and just, make sure. But there's ways of doing that. But, I couldn't really go into the specifics of how they do it. But
yeah,
than just moving your legs and arms around. But that's really the only way you can do that. But it was pretty hard footage to look at. Like there was a like in the sky news footage. There was a close up of an old man struggling to breathe, and it's just like, yeah, this is not fun. But like, there's nothing like it's all internal, so you can't really see anybody, like any physical damage. But it's just all in the lungs, and it's just you just it gets from easy to hard to not breathing at all, and that's just basically the whole thing about it. But and the craziness in the world, like in the US, I think that they have New York on lockdown, and I think they have California on lockdown. And I've seen pictures of people lined up outside gun shops, and it's just like, yeah, this isn't I Am Legend. This is this is you can't kill the virus with guns, folks. Let's not get too
won't stop them from trying.
Yeah, like there's some people saying like there's probably maybe one person in that queue that is actually going to use a gun to hunt for food.
Yeah, but then there's one person in that queue who has the corona, and not all of them do.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's pretty much it. Pretty much it. But,
I was just about to say, speaking of America and Canada, they have
pulled out of the Olympics.
Well, the Olympics isn't happening.
Well, no, that's Tokyo.
It's 2021 now.
That was in Tokyo, but no, they've cancelled quite a lot of movies.
Oh yeah, they've cancelled a lot.
Pushed them forward. Did you hear? Warner Brothers pushed one. It is Warner Brothers doing Wonder Woman, isn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
It's a Warner Brothers movie.
Warner Brothers pushed it to August 5th. I'm nearly sure.
Yeah, it's pushed to August now. Yeah, that's it.
Don't really care.
From June, I think it was June or July. No, it's going to be released in August, and they've pushed a few other films under the thing. Like there's a musical called In the Heights that was supposed to come out soon. They've pushed that, but we all know Nathan does not like musicals, so we'll not get
why is that? Why is that?
Well, we're not going to go into why Nathan doesn't like musicals
because they're for big fat gays.
Yeah.
No, like
straight.
yeah. The only thing that was actually accurate in that sentence was fat. Anyway, yeah, well, fair enough. But I think fat overtakes big, doesn't it?
Those guns, like whip those guns out.
Like. I think fat overtakes big. Anyway, the reason why I don't like musicals obviously is because I would go to the cinema to watch a movie and not want to listen to music.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when the soundtrack plays from a movie, you mute it. Yeah.
Music is only a sound and audio medium.
Well, no, because see, when the soundtrack plays, you don't have the actors in the movie start singing the soundtrack, do you? No, you have them acting out a scene to either kill somebody or do some stunt. Going back to example for Sonic the Hedgehog, when he's running and they play the music and everything else is slow. Whereas in a musical, you have all the actors in that scene dressing up as their counterparts and singing along to the music. Now, if I wanted to see a musical, I would.
Well, let's be honest. They're not singing along to music. They are
singing
to music that is in the background.
You're literally after saying the sentence that I said. That was the exact same thing. You changed nothing there.
What I took from that is that there was a song playing and they're just singing with whatever's already singing. But yeah, I get your point. That's my mistake there. But I can get why you don't like it. I can get why a lot of people don't like musicals because some can be very, very cheesy. And there are definitely some
musicals are fine. I like the Disney ones.
Like,
that's about it.
One of the best musicals I've seen in recent time is La La Land. That's a great wee musical. I like that. And
I haven't seen it.
And I grew up watching High School Musical, so
Yeah, sadly, so did I. Unfortunately, I can't erase it from my brain.
A lot of those songs, there's actually a few songs in that still hold up today. And
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
there's a song from High School Musical 3 called "Scream," where Zac Efron. It's a Zac Efron solo song, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's one reason to not like
I mean,
it.
anything with decent auto tune will be pretty good.
Well, Zac Efron can sing, I think.
You
I'm
think?
not looking into that, but I think he can
You
sing.
think? Right.
I know Vanessa Hudgens can sing anyway.
Didn't he sing in that movie that you like?
I like a lot of movies, Nathan. You got to be more specific.
With what's his name? Wolverine.
Wolverine.
The Greatest Showman.
Greatest Showman. Yeah.
Greatest Show. Yes.
Yeah, that was good.
Then stars.
Alex, end call right now.
Get-
That is not a good movie.
Greatest Showman is an okay movie with some really, really good songs. That's a lot of good songs in it.
Yeah.
Great soundtrack.
No, see when that music comes on from that show, I get out of the car. I don't even turn it off. The car's still rolling. I open that door and I get out.
So you do not like the music from Greatest Showman at all, whatsoever.
Disgrace.
No.
Say again?
So you don't like the music from Greatest Showman at all?
I haven't watched the show. I haven't watched the show. I'm saying if the music from that show comes on.
It's not even a show. It's just a movie.
It's in the name, The Greatest Showman. It's based
on the man that invented the circus. So, and it sugarcoats him because he was a cruel bastard when it came to his animals and how he treated them. But and the people he brought in to make fun of and whatnot. So like that was a bit odd that they decided to make a movie about him, but it's great music, opportunity, and money, and it made a lot of money, and I think it got a lot of streams as well on the Spotify.
They paid a lot of money for it.
Nah, I'm sorry.
They had so many like sing-along screenings of that movie as well. It's just mad how long that went on for, and that came out 3 years ago now. 2017 that came out. That's mad. But when we're on the topic of movies, we're going to move on from Corona to much better things, and we're going to talk about
Tokyo
upcoming blockbusters.
Because you said better things. Why are we talking about this?
Because movies are life. That's why, Alex. Movies are life.
Good movies are life. Yeah.
We're going to talk about a bunch of movies here, and I'm going to ask you to, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited you are for these movies. And the first movie we're going to talk about is Black Widow, which recently got pushed.
Give it a nice 3 out of 10.
Is there any particular reason
Maybe
why you're just
2.
going to give it a 3 out of 10?
I honestly just don't care.
Yeah, that seems to be a lot of.
I don't know why it exists.
A lot of people's attitude towards it, like it's just
because it kind of doesn't make sense to have it. They're just they're
cashing in on it.
That's all. Yeah, that's what this is. This is just a cash grab to kind of keep everybody like interested in Marvel until the proper movies for like episode 5 or whatever station or whatever they're calling it.
Disney
Plus.
I mean, there's still
no, not Disney Plus. You know the way they had like Gen 3, Gen 4.
Yeah, Phase 4.
Phase 4, yeah.
The phase.
Yeah, so for this is kind of like a let's keep everybody like for Marvel within Marvel, so that whenever Phase 5 starts, they all just come and watch the shows then, because we need to buy ourselves some time because we're not done building the whole story that we want to last another 10 years, kind of thing.
Yeah, and just like what's your excitement written for anything?
I rated that movie like a 7. I'm nearly sure. When I done a review on it on my YouTube, I rated it like a 7.
So
what one?
So you're 7 out of 10 on the excitement scale.
Yeah, 7 out of 10 for or I think it was 6. I think it was 6.7 actually. 6.7 or 7 out of 10. It was one or the other. I've done that many movie reviews. I'm kind of
so many.
Yeah. There's definitely more, but I'm just getting mixed up as to which ones. But anyway, yeah, I give it about that. again,
But
I'm kind of.
from my understanding, like I think Kevin Feige, he wanted to make a solo female led film early on, but one of the executives, can't remember his name, but I think his name is Perlmutter, and like he was kind of against making a solo female led superhero film because he didn't think it would make money. So like, and he left eventually.
Come on,
So-
you're gonna make money with Scarlett Johansson, like.
So Feige, he's sort of just doing something he wanted to do a while ago, and it also a lot of people asking
My
for
main issue with
a
something
female
upcoming
to
is,
solo film and
are they still calling it WandaVision?
Yeah, WandaVision.
Yeah, well,
WandaVision.
make a fucking name. Like, what is that?
That's the official name of the
That's
show.
so
Unless
dumb.
between
Like,
now
what
and when
the
it comes out,
fuck?
that is the name they're sticking with.
That is
And,
stupid. Like,
But another movie coming out, A Quiet Place Part 2. And I genuinely, because like after the first one, I got very, very, very excited about it, and I was like, I really want to see it right now.
that's
I
the
really just find
issue.
it
That's
makes
the
me want
issue.
that
Don't
so much.
roll into a second one with the hype of the first one.
But
You're gonna get
I
disappointed.
didn't give my excitement level on Black Widow, but I'd probably give it a 6 just because the trailers didn't do much for me. But A Quiet Place Part 2, I'd give a 9. An 8.5. I'd give an 8.5 out of 10 on the excitement scale for Quiet Place Part 2, just because it looks so good, and I've been.
I'll give it a 5. Haven't seen the first one. So
You haven't seen the first one?
No.
Oh, you are missing out.
I already told you
You are
last time.
missing out. I know you'd like that, Alex. I really know you'd like it.
Oh, we've got a viewer in the
Michael,
chat,
watch it.
Doctor. Yes, how are you? Yo, what's going on? What other movies was there then? So we've got WandaVision.
No, that's a TV show.
Oh, sorry,
that's
TV show. Sorry,
that's
sorry,
Yeah.
my
Quiet
bad.
Place Part 2. A Quiet Place Part 2.
Okay,
What's
I
your
look at
excitement
the
scale
name
rating
and
for
I'm
that?
like,
I'm quite excited for that movie, to be quite honest.
I honestly don't give a shit. Which one? Oh, the movie.
A Quiet Place Part 2.
We're
Yeah,
talking
you can
about
be
movies
excited
only,
about that, I
not
guess.
TV shows.
We
Really
what we
care,
were
that's
talking
the
about.
problem.
Sorry, let me just interrupt there. Just we've got somebody talking in chat. We were talking about the coronavirus, the businesses impacted by the coronavirus, the businesses that want to stay open just because they're money grabbers. We're talking about movies that have been cancelled. We're talking about basically anything that has either been affected by what's going on at the minute, and
Or whatever you want.
and
well,
then
we've
a few
talked-
topics on top.
We've moved on from it now.
Yeah, we're talking about a few movies now.
If you want to see your thoughts on it, we will be posting this episode of
Live
TinCan
over
Podcast
on our
soon.
YouTube.
Yeah. Eventually, it will be live somewhere. Eventually.
Ah, yes, the
This dude
downfall
over here decides to
of
that
late
dude up
stage
there
capitalism.
decides to,
The classic.
Who are you talking about? Me, yeah? Right, I'm sorry I didn't get the
What's
first
next
episode
on the
up.
list there?
But A Quiet Place Part 2. Nathan, you're very excited about that. You didn't give your number. What's your scale number? What
I'm sitting at like 9.5 to 10. Like I'm sitting I'm
9.5 to
You know,
10.
full on.
I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10 because I want to see the movie. And but I don't think I'll ever give a movie 10 out of 10 because there's always something better. So it's
I'm on that too.
but
I'm on that
my
page too. I never give anything a full mark.
yeah, my excitement level, because it changes like for everything, so like it depends on like what's coming out and what's going to be new and stuff like that. My excitement level for this movie, because I can't see into the future, so I can't see trailers for other movies, or I can't see if I'm going to go and bungee jump out of a plane or parachute out of a plane or anything like that in the future. You know, I can only go off what we're given now at the minute, and that is a 9.5 out of 10 for my excitement.
Cillian Murphy is in
for
it,
this
so
movie.
plus more Irish stuff in there.
Fair
That's all
enough.
we need. And next movie on our list is No Time to Die, which got pushed to November and really, really pissed me off.
I mean, the
It was
last two were
so close to coming out. It was so close to coming out, and then they just pushed it just to piss me off. And
Yeah, just to piss you off. Doesn't really piss me off. I'm not really excited for it.
You
I'll
were
watch it on DVD.
you were don't get me wrong,
my excitement rating for that movie is at a 9.
but your excitement is based off just because of who has
trailers were damn good.
no, but it's also just because who's done the
The score? No, it's
The score,
not.
yeah, it is. Yes, it is. You've
No,
got a
it's
wee
not.
thing for Billie Eilish. Look at that smile.
No, I don't.
Hey,
No, I don't.
hey.
No, I don't.
Now you can actually have a thing for her
No,
because
I
she's
don't.
overage. Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I can
but-
have a thing for now, but I don't.
Nah, you
Of
do.
course you don't.
You do.
I don't find
It-
her attractive, unfortunately.
Aaron, it's you
So,
don't.
so you're saying she's an ugly bitch? Wow.
Wow.
How dare you?
Wow. Wow. You know what? I'm gonna clip this and I'm forever gonna hold this to you. So if you ever meet her, I'm just gonna show her this clip.
There's nothing that has come out of my own mouth that could possibly offend anybody, any fan or stan.
Yeah.
And it just
Yeah,
just
you
off the
fucking
record, that stan thing, I don't particularly like it, but it actually came from that Eminem song "Stan" with the obsessive fan. So if you didn't know that, you know now. I don't think you
Everyone knew
knew
that.
that, Nathan. Honestly,
What?
The issue is people using it like as a positive label on themselves.
I'm such a stan of Billie Eilish.
I'm just a stan. I would totally
I
kill someone
stan
and
BTS.
commit suicide
just
for
like-
them.
just
It's like,
Like, are you really going to kill yourself for
mentally
this
ill?
person
Like,
if they don't write you back? Really?
just mentally ill. That's all they are.
But yeah, No Time to Die. Very excited. A 9 out of 10 rating. Alex, how
Yeah,
excited are
I'll give it a good 6.5 because it's still Bond like.
Mm.
So
and the best Bond we've had.
well,
Daniel Craig's the best. Don't you?
no.
I'll agree with that. I don't know. There's just something about him. I feel like he's pretty good for the role, and I'll be kind of
the best element of all the previous Bonds. That's the thing.
I'd be kind of sad to see him go. Just the same way I'd be kind of sad if Henry Cavill hangs up the cape for Batman. You know, I'd kind of feel that as well. Whereas for the other ones, I wouldn't really. Well, you don't care about the Superman role. I fucking do. 100%. Henry Cavill's the best Superman.
He is the best Superman. I can agree with that full on.
Yeah.
I can agree with that full on.
I'd be really sad to see him give that up, even if it's for Witcher. I know he's really good at Witcher, but I'm sorry. I need him as Superman in a good.
He has given that up.
In a good
No, he
Superman
hasn't.
movie, maybe.
He hasn't given it up, but he's done. Warner Brothers are moving on from him. As much as he wants to continue being Superman, Warner Brothers are done with him.
If they do, I'm done with them. I am done with them. I am not watching it. I'm not watching it.
But how excited are you for No Time to Die, Nathan?
Right, so what I haven't realized is, right, I said Cavill for Batman and I meant Superman.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Absolute
Thank you, Dr. Yes. Thank you for correcting me.
bellend.
Correct yourself, Nance. I have just done that.
Yeah, get your hole there.
Yeah.
Out of your ass.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry, don't apologize, Nathan. You don't need to
What's next?
apologize to Doctor Yes.
You're welcome, matey. Who is Dr. Yes? I feel like I know Dr. Yes.
The first Bond movie was called Doctor No.
First Bond movie is called Dr. No.
Yep.
No, but I feel like I know Dr. Yes. Just the way
Dr. Yes is his brother.
No, oh my. I mean, the actual person who is talking to us, Aaron. I feel like I know them just the way they're talking. Dr. No's brother. He actually said that. Right, so that's. I feel like I work with this guy. I'm not gonna lie. I do feel like I work with this guy. What's.
You probably do, Doctor Yes. You know this dude. Hey, Doctor Yes. Do you know our friend Nathan? And are you gonna
Yeah.
turn him in?
Playing.
Are they gonna turn me in for?
Saying Henry Cavill was playing Batman.
No, for whistleblowing on work.
but Nathan, you have not given us your rating for No Time to Die. How excited are you for this movie? We need to know. This is the golden question. Alex is very averagely not really that looking forward to it at all. He doesn't care.
6.5. I'll watch.
I was gonna give it a 6. I was gonna give it a 6.
I'm more excited. See, it's mental, mate.
What?
But yeah.
What's mental?
A 6.
Yeah,
what is mental, Nathan?
Alex.
But I'm excited for a movie more than you.
More.
Yeah, that actually is kind of mental. No.
What's next on the list?
The next on the list is Wonder Woman.
I'll
84,
give that a
85.
solid
I'm gonna give it a 4 or 5.
3.
I want to give it a 4 or 5, and the reason being is
That's what
I don't like the CGI in the DC movies.
Yeah,
I don't, and they're bringing back the guy from the first one only because he carried the first one, and I don't like that. I want the main character to have carried it. Yes, they can make mistakes. Yes, they can make mistakes and stuff like that, but they need to still carry the movie. It needs to be about them. Whereas it's like, at the end of the day, it's an ex-girlfriend. You know what I mean? It's just an ex-girlfriend crying over her fucking ex or somebody that she liked. Do you know what I mean? It's get the fuck out of here with that shit. Well, somebody actually goes, hey, reporting you to Halford's mate. I know who Dr. S is. I know who that is. That's Lee. It's either Lee or Christian. One or the other. Anyway. Yeah, no, like the main character needs to I need to feel like they've run the movie. Even if they make mistakes and stuff like that, incorrect, mate. Yeah, well then it's Christian, 100%.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Gal Gadot has got.
What do you call her? Gal Gadot? Okay.
Gal Gadot, whatever, however you pronounce her name.
And yes, give me a clue.
Because I think that is how you pronounce it. But like as good as she was in the first Wonder Woman, she definitely didn't carry that movie. Chris Pine helped her carry that movie quite a bit. Although I did like Gal Gadot in the movie overall.
The movie was alright. Like I sat through it. I'll give it that.
It was like
when she got emotional. Spoiler alert, when she got emotional when that plane blew up at the end, I could feel it. So I thought she did a really good job with that thing.
I felt it, but I didn't feel the acting. Like I was like, yeah, okay, if I was in her shoes, okay, I get that. But her acting overall for that scene was terrible. I
disagree. I thought she nailed it because I would not have felt any emotion in that part if her acting was off. I wouldn't have felt it, but I thought she did a very good job in that scene. So my excitement level for the next Wonder Woman, I'd probably put it at a 7 because the first trailer, because there's only been one trailer released, I think.
I am turned off for anything DC at this point.
Yeah, because they're not consistent with, one, the actors for the roles, two.
No, that's fine. I can have different takes on different
No, but you can't have it every single movie. You need to have at least like 3 movies.
Okay, I'm starting the entire universe like Marvel. You can have different fucking stories.
They tried that.
No. I get that, right? I get that. You can have that, right? But only if they've said that it's a multiverse thing. They haven't stated that because it doesn't make sense. Like to have Ben Affleck.
It doesn't make sense that you're assuming that DC is going to be one continuous universe. Like
no. That's not like what I said. Is they can have different actors, but have it though that it runs like it's a multiverse thing. Don't have it.
Have to be
because why would you have right? Let's say for
you
example,
don't like the new Joker movie because they didn't say it's in the multiverse.
No, I could get behind that because I didn't like Jared Leto's.
I think
what, like, the way I look at it, I get rid of Jared Leto's like Joker altogether.
I think they should just straight up do it like they do the animated movies. They're just completely different. They're just adaptations of different.
But you can't get enough people to follow that train. People like consistency. They like a storyline. They like to see.
Marvel.
No, but it's not. It's because of, like, if you look at any movie, they like a storyline. People critique movies based on the storyline.
Reboots.
Because they can't get it right. That's the thing. Marvel get it right. They have gotten it right. If DC had have done multiverse stuff and stated that this is a multiverse universe.
They don't have to state.
Yes, they do. Not come out and say it, but they gotta show it in the movie.
Adaptation of a different thing. This is not connected.
Yeah, well, even say that, or even show it in a movie or whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if I was to start DC off right here, right now, I would show the multiverse being made. kind of show a few actors.
No, I wouldn't have anything with the multiverse.
I would
at all.
100%. I would
No,
show
it
the
doesn't
multiverse
have to be connected in any way.
Well, it doesn't make sense to just come out with a movie, call it Batman, blah, 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 whatever you want to put at the end of it, and then it's a completely different actor than Ben Affleck. That's like having Superman 1, Henry Cavill, Superman 2, you go and get Chris Evans to be Superman and Superman 2 and just have a different name. Do you know what I mean? It makes no sense.
The upcoming Batman movie isn't going to be in the continuity. It's a completely standalone solo movie. Same thing as Joker. It's not in the continuity of the current DCEU, or the same continuity that Wonder Woman is in.
Yes, and do you want to know why that is? Because they're probably going to end up either dropping Wonder Woman and doing the exact same thing there, and what they're doing with the whole Joker and the Superman is that they're rebooting the whole thing. They're getting rid of the old actors. Joker, do you think the Joker and the Superman that they're going to do will have a connection at all?
No.
Or even the Batman that they're going to do, that they might have a connection?
Because then they're just going to make the same mistake again.
No.
Well, I could get behind if they...
Warner Brothers are doing exactly what Universal are doing, because Universal are trying to launch that Monsters universe, and they failed because they released The Mummy. It lost them quite a bit of money. So they went back to the drawing table. They made The Invisible Man, brilliant standalone movie film that will not connect to anything that they have coming up in the future. That's what Warner Brothers are doing exactly at the minute. They made the Joker. It made over $1 billion at the box office. It connected to nothing, just purely made money off the Joker name and Joaquin Phoenix being such a great actor, and just the content of that movie itself. And
I can see that.
Controversial, and people thinking it would encourage violence among society, which was a whole load of crap.
Right. But see, your issue with that
coming out is going to be great.
But your issue with that is that your chart for income for movies is going... It's not... Whereas for Marvel, it's kind of... and then levels out, and then it hops depending on the movie. If it's a Spider-Man one over the Black Widow one, do you know what I mean? For a business, that doesn't make sense.
See how companies work is if your chart doesn't go like that, you're a failure.
Yeah, but I like...
If you don't make more money in the next
doing
quarter, you're a failure.
Making a bunch.
But Marvel is sat fine because they're like, theirs is like just small little. It's not like DC's where it's like, we're all right. So we done a Superman last year. Chris Evans was Superman last year first. Let's get Chris Hemsworth in Superman this year, and have no connection to anything whatsoever. Let's get a few Jokers in there. Let's get a few Batmans in there. Completely different actors as well. Let's just make everybody like go and watch this movie just based on, we've got Joker, we've got Batman, we've got Superman. They don't know who the fuck each other are. We're gonna have to start it up again as to how they know each other. You've got nothing there. You can't base a storyline every time, or you can't.
Their issue is like you apparently need an origin story for everything.
No, my issue is I'm fine with watching Spider-Man, Tom Holland's one, and not having the origin story. I'm fine with that.
Then why do you need a section where I don't know
because
who
he
this
fits
is, I don't know who this
because
is
he
anymore.
fits he fits with...
He doesn't.
What do you mean? He fits in with everything else Marvel.
We don't know who he is.
Yes, we do, because we know Spider-Man's origin story.
Yeah, we've seen it multiple times.
Yeah, so that's how we know it.
But we've seen like 15,000 different origin stories for every other character. How do we know who they are? But we don't have Tom Holland's origin story.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, the Superman and Batman won't fucking fit. Like,
They've had 3 different origin stories. That's your case for Spider-Man.
We don't have to worry about that, though, because
like,
they're
nobody
not
cares.
going to be making
you don't need an origin story.
Batman interact with Superman.
You can introduce a character as it is.
Separate solo. Like if you've seen the pictures that they have been releasing for the Batman, it's going to be very, very grounded in reality film. I can tell you that much. Just judging from the Batsuit and the Batmobile itself, which is just a modified, normal existing car compared to the previous Batmobiles that have all just been
campy Adam West
one made out of nothing.
I'm gonna have to disagree here. I feel like if they were to get rid of all the actors that have been chosen at the minute, and basically start off fresh, and just do that every year, in and out new actors for the same role, for a Batman, for a Superman, and stuff like that. You can't, like, unless they state that it's a multiverse thing. What's the point in going to see it? And just going to see, oh, how does Batman defeat Joker this time? Like, I want to feel something for the characters. I want to build that that feeling towards a character like I have with Spider-Man when I was a kid. Like, now I really love the Spider-Man like movies because of that. Because the 3 movies had the same actors in it. They followed a storyline from start to end. It took me with it. I waited every year for the next one.
Here's the new Batman trilogy.
But that's what I said. That's what I was saying from the start. Like, you don't need to do the origin story, but you gotta have consistency. You gotta have the same actors. You gotta have, the same universe or same world. You know what I mean?
You can have one movie take, this is this storyline, and that's standalone.
Yeah, no, I get that. For example, right, you can have Batman.
So what the hell are we arguing about?
No. Like,
you're saying that's not possible because everything needs to be consistent with everything.
Well, yes, if they have but if you're gonna have a Batman, right? If you're gonna have a Batman, and you're gonna have a Wonder Woman, and you're gonna have a Superman, right? Let's say, for example, right, they all come out in the same year. They're gonna need to be connected, or they could have their own.
Really?
They could have.
Need to be connected.
Why do they need to be connected?
Right, they can have their own movie.
You have 3 different comic books of Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman. They're not exactly directly connected.
They're not in the same universe anymore. Like,
you have 3 different comics running different characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have an Avengers comic book that runs the same characters, but they're different.
Like going forward.
I don't know what's the bar for movies there.
Right. So can I say how I would do it? Right. If you were to do it, if you were to
say your point, and then we're going to move on to the next
if you were to do if you were to do like Superman, right, and only do 3 movies with an actor for Superman, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Through them 3 movies, they would need to be connected. Yes?
Oh yeah,
do we agree with that?
It's one storyline. Like, Jesus Christ, I'm not saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Make a sequel with a different actor.
If they're staying with the same storyline, in the same universe, they gotta keep the same actors.
But
Warner Brothers are going off separately and making their own stuff now.
Yeah,
but if you're making standalone stuff, fine. Who cares?
Right, but I'm not finished. So my point, also to do with my point is that you can't have another Superman movie that year with a completely different actor. Wait.
Timelines in the same year.
Wait. Just give me a second. I'm not. Can you? I wasn't done. You can't have another one without somehow stating you're doing a multiverse. Like, it makes no sense. Like, it does not make sense to have a Superman movie come out in March and then a Superman movie come out in October, completely 2 different actors, and do different storylines without stating that, right, this one's from this world and this one's from this world.
I can see
what did they say about the
whereas if they'd done that,
they're not going to do it.
The way they could do it is have World 1 movies, World 2 movies, World 3, World 4, or World 99 or World 1000, whichever world they decide to pull from the comics.
Like, they could do that.
Then I could jump on board.
Do a PSA.
It's too confusing for viewers. It's too confusing for the general.
No, that's not. What's confusing is doing a movie, then changing the actor and doing another movie with the same character, and then changing that again the next year and doing another movie. That's completely fucked up. That is stupid.
Because you expect Marvel shit. You expect one continuous
No, I don't.
For some reason.
Take it from any other movie then. Any other movie that's not Marvel. Let's go, for example, that had to A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place has a story with the same characters. It's not Marvel. They didn't change any of the actors in A Quiet Place 2, did they?
Okay.
No, because that's the direct sequel.
No. Well, there you go. That's my point.
Okay, we're gonna move on.
So
we can
go
back and forth on this all night. We can go back and forth on this all night, but we're going to.
Okay, if they make a second Superman movie for next year,
going
Like,
to move on. We're going to move on.
what is the fucking? What's the next fucking thing?
Okay, we're going to move on. Like, we're not going to go do individual movies.
Jesus
I'm just going to list a bunch of movies, and you can say which one you're looking forward to the most. Okay? So the next
You
bunch
okay,
of
Nitty
movies.
Yeah, I
Also-
would be confused if they released a movie called Superman, and then they released a movie called Superman 2 with a completely different storyline. Yes, I'd be confused.
No.
But they're not doing that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But how do you Alex, explain your vision. How do you think, like, explain to me, right, what way you would, like, what way your vision for DC would be different to mine? As in storyline, like, continuity, like, throughout, like, 3 or 4 movies, like, or throughout, like, a 10-year period.
I feel like, Nathan, you just have this underlying
I don't know what's
want to
going on,
rant
like.
about Warner Brothers fuck-ups and how they've run their
I
DCEU.
mean, they had like 3 good movies in the past fucking.
This will actually be a separate clip, by the way, Aaron.
Yeah, it probably will be.
Oh,
It'll definitely be a
you
separate clip.
ranting your head off.
Yo, right, so just give me 1 second, right? Because this guy gave me a clue and he said, I'm feeling a bit isolated right now. There's your clue. Oh, this is Mark. You okay, Nitty Boo? You seem upset. This man is doing the distress. Superman versus 14-year-old anime girls.
Absolutely molding, like.
Well, he goes, well done.
You seem upset.
I'm not upset. I just like get my point across. Anyway, but yeah, Alex, go on.
Okay, let's hear Alex's point, and then we're moving on.
Let me see how you would
Ooh.
picture DC over a 10-year period.
Okay.
I don't know.
Exactly, right. That's why we wouldn't leave it to you to do. Right, moving on.
Yeah, neither to you.
I mean, I'd be able to keep people watching the movies. I don't know what you'd be doing. Like,
Sure.
there wouldn't be any movies to fucking watch if we put you in charge. Right, let's move on. Some movie called Soul.
Hold on, I'll take the lead here.
Okay.
I'm just going to list a bunch of movies.
Yep.
I'm going to ask you which one you're most excited for, because we spent too much time on this one tiny topic. Okay,
Yeah.
so the movie's coming out is Pixar's next film called Soul, about a dude that falls down a hole and goes to the great before, which is the opposite of the great beyond. So that's that movie coming out. Then we have the sequel to Top Gun Maverick. We have Ryan Reynolds in the film, Free Guy, which is basically him being a non-playable character in a game like GTA. And then we have the Ghostbusters sequel coming out.
Can we
which
just
is
execute
a
that
direct
on
sequel.
a guillotine? Like, just put it on a
And
guillotine.
then
Just end
We
it.
have
End it,
Christopher
Jesus.
Nolan's next film, Tenet, which looks pretty damn good. And we have Jungle Cruise, which is Dwayne Johnson's next movie with Emily Blunt, which looks kind of
Not even gonna
And
bother
then-
watching it later.
Then we have
Jungle Cruise. Is that the one with The Rock?
Yes, that
Yeah, that is what he literally just said. If you were listening,
I wasn't. I was actually looking on Twitter.
There
I was
you go.
looking on Twitter just to find out has there been any break-ins or anything like that due to the coronavirus lockdown.
No.
But there hasn't. All right. Okay. I was doing a bit of research for this podcast.
You get break-ins on regular days over there.
Well, I've got all
How's
the
your
content
TV?
listed out now.
Um, let's just say-
to talk about.
Let's just say
And
it's
the last
not
movie,
present at this very moment of time.
No, the last movie we're going to talk about is Morbius. So out of Top Gun Maverick, Free Guys, Ghostbusters, Tenet, Jungle Cruise,
Morbius. What the fuck is
Morbius. Which one are you most looking
that?
for?
Oh yeah.
Right, read that list again. Sorry, because you went too quick.
Pixar's Soul, Top Gun Maverick, the sequel to Top Gun, Tenet, which is Christopher Nolan's next movie, Ghostbusters, direct sequel to Ghostbusters 2, Jungle Cruise, Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt's next movie, and Morbius, the next Sony Spideyverse movie that has dropped so many hints of being connected to the MCU, with Jared Leto in the lead role as a vampire.
I'm gonna say Morbius, I guess. No, none of them really hit a bell. If I watch Top Gun, that thing, and it's bad, I'm just gonna be fucking flipping tables, like, because it's either gonna be good or I'm just gonna fucking flip a table.
Yeah,
Cheap cash
you
grab.
probably
Ooh,
would.
what's this? This used to be popular. We need money. It's like fucking hell.
Right.
Tom Cruise, I think, just did that because
Because everybody was like, please do another one, please do another one, come on, another one, another.
Please don't, because it's gonna be shit. It's gonna end up being shit.
Anyone to next
always ends up being shit, like always.
No.
And Ghostbusters, what is this? Get out of my face.
The one I'm looking forward to most will probably be Tenet, just because it looks so weird and strange, and it's Christopher Nolan. It just looks too cool. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be great.
I guess. I mean, Morbius, Tenet, yeah.
What about you, Neil? Stop doing research. I've got all the content we could possibly need to talk about.
The only movie I'm really excited for at the minute is Morbius, just because I like the way that they're going dark, and I really like that, and I hope it's like really, really dark. Although they won't do, I doubt they're gonna do an R-rated Morbius. Like,
no, they're not. Definitely not. Like, I don't think they'd go there.
Yeah,
I hope they don't do the Venom slapstick comedy. I hope they go for
that. Wouldn't fit.
Yeah, in this timeline that wouldn't fit. But
like even Venom was meh, but Tom Hardy was great in it. So
yeah. I would love for them to do an R-rated Morbius. Just have it like super, super dark. Just
and
like
bloody.
Yeah, and bloody, like and gore, like just super gory, right? But no, I think I gave the trailer itself a 9. When I was doing a review, the trailers got me hooked. Like I'm still on the edge of my seat waiting for that next trailer to drop, as well. Which I don't think it'll be I don't think it'll be anytime soon, just because of what's obviously going on. They're only gonna post that like probably a month before the movie comes out, which sucks. But it hasn't been pushed forward so far. It's still on track. For October. So probably expecting a trailer for in August, maybe early September. Early September, maybe pushing it, but August definitely. I'm thinking around the end of August when people are just going back to school. Probably looking at a new Morbius trailer.
If they go back to school then.
Yeah, if we've got this, if we've got rid of this virus, and we've got a cure for it. But yeah, no, Morbius out of that list is definitely like on my. I think it's number 1 in that list. It's tied with A Quiet Place. Like I'm just gonna add that one in as well. Right? It's tied with A Quiet Place for me, just because like I really liked A Quiet Place, the first one. And just like the whole like not talking. Well, I know there was a bit of talking in it, but it was very minimal. It was whispers, or it was behind the waterfall, if you remember that scene. Yes, yeah. So it kind of it kept me at the edge of my seat. I'll use that phrase again. When I was watching the movie, and I really enjoyed it all the way through. And I really, really enjoyed the sad part at the end. So that's kind of what kept me hooked. They nailed. They
enjoy sad parts.
They nailed the bit at the end to kind of keep you hooked, to kind of make you feel for that character. And so they've done that spot on for me anyway. And that's why I can't wait to go and see the second one.
So I'm clear on the sad part you're on about. Are you talking about the dad? Signing the daughter when she's in the car. Yeah, that part was just so that hit me. That was.
And I'm also signing the daughter when she was in the car. Yeah, he was outside it. Yeah.
Yeah, he was outside.
Yeah. Well, let's just say.
We'll not give away the spoilers. We'll not give away spoilers.
No, we will. We'll say spoiler alert. If you haven't watched it before now, then get the fuck out of here. That movie's been out for like a year or two.
Viewers.
Yes, but I don't.
Everybody fuck off.
No, I'm just saying, if you haven't watched A Quiet Place, the first one.
Got 5 years now. Never mind.
If you haven't watched A Quiet Place, the first one, I don't know what you're doing here. Go and watch it and then come back.
Nah.
But yeah, when the dad's like just about to kind of give himself up and to save the family, that had me. Like that had me. I was
definitely had me as well.
I was a bit sad there. Little teardrop.
Just a little tear. Just a little tear.
Just a little tear. Just a little tear. Just a tiny wee tear.
But, Quiet Place and Morbius definitely my most anticipated of the year so far.
Yeah.
But we'll move on now, and we're going to talk about something that launched today, something that has always been in the news, something that a lot of people will definitely get a kick out of. We're going to talk about Disney Plus. It launched today in the UK and Ireland, and my mum has officially signed the family up on it. Ella and my sister and my brother have all been getting all they can. Brother was watching Finding Nemo there earlier on.
You mean they've gotten the 7-day trial, and they're going to try and basically burn everything whilst watching it and leaving it on at night. Let me just add that into it, so that when the 7 days are up, they're cancelling direct debit payment and not going to have to use Disney Plus anymore.
So, this because I brought it up because I was going to ask the question: do you think it is worth getting Disney Plus?
No.
Honestly, at the minute, I personally think they don't. They have a lot of content, but they don't have enough new content, and they don't have consistent content coming out to really. Because like once people have watched all they want to watch, there's really nothing more. There's nothing new coming out for a few months to watch. So it's just, is it worth getting now? Maybe for a week or two, maybe a month.
Maybe
once
for,
you have.
I mean, if you get
6 months, maybe
lad, if you're getting it for a week or two, you might as well just get the 7-day trial in 2 different accounts. The only thing, what have they got new on it? They might have some new kids stuff on it, and then you've got like what, the Mandalorian, and other than that, what have you got?
They've got the Star Wars movies. They've got the MCU.
Right.
Movies,
But we're talking. No. But we're talking about
of new content,
new stuff. Yeah.
Not much.
basically fuck all.
Not much. The next new thing they have coming out is WandaVision. It's the Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's the first thing coming out.
Even worse.
And that's supposed to be coming out in August, but production on it has halted. So I don't
not be ours.
Release date. So
anything like that anymore.
I really don't see that coming out in August. But
the amount of
the next new thing.
Crap Marvel TV series now.
They're
just pumping them out like for no reason. Absolute bad.
They have reasons to believe in Kevin Feige. Never do Kevin.
Yeah, they have reasons. Ka-ching.
Just like any company.
Well, that's every movie ever though.
Mm.
So you can't really put that against Marvel because that's every movie ever released. Every movie is released to make money. Like you can't put that against Marvel. Like, but the reason.
Yes, but you can pick out certain movies that are there literally just for the money. Like, well, actually, in all fairness, right, from what I've heard, right, and I don't want to just go in on Black Widow just because, like, I feel like it's just a money grab movie and it's trying to hold everybody. I have seen a few people rip apart the trailers for that movie, and some people going in about the Black Widow program. Is it not Black Widow? It is Black Widow program, isn't it? Not Black Widow. Is that what it's called? The Black Widow program, where they train the women up. Yeah,
it's a program where they make them Black Widows.
Yeah. So I have seen like people take apart that, like where there was a scene in the trailer where she was looking at a screen, or somebody was looking at a screen, and they could see where other Black Widows were located, and apparently one was like, or one or two of them were actually in Wakanda. And it's supposed to set up another character, which is to do with like the guy that lives in the ocean or whatever. Yeah, I know, it's like a whole backstory of people like just going like, I think they're bringing in this character, I think they're bringing in this character. All just theories, but little Easter eggs within the trailer that will hopefully set up future movies and not just be a movie on its own to kind of just give her her own little storyline and kind of add to whatever's to come in the future. Yeah. But we won't know until we see later movies.
Yeah, but I personally, with my own money at the very minute, I would not pay for Disney Plus. That's all I can really add to it. Because I've seen all I've needed to see from somehow. I'll not reveal how I've seen it, but I've seen all I need to see.
On what?
I've seen The Mandalorian before it came to the UK somehow, some way.
What do you mean before it came to the UK?
What do you mean? Well, I've seen it.
Oh, yes, because sure, it was only released on what Disney Plus there
Yeah, today.
in the US, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was released in the US in like 3 months ago. Dude, it was released in like November.
Yeah, I actually took a trip to America there like 3 months ago when that came out, just to watch it. That's how I seen it.
Oh yeah, did you?
Yeah. It was a pretty good TV show, like, to be honest. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, sure,
Definitely a great TV show.
yeah, I paid for your flights. We stayed there for the whole month for it to
Oh
come
fuck!
out.
I must have been high the entire time.
I think you were. You took a seizure.
Good on seizure. For those of you asking, how does weed make you have a seizure? Well,
just ask Aaron.
Well,
Just does.
me, but I can't tell
Just
you.
does.
It makes no sense.
So just a quick update, right, on like the my workplace stuff, because we did talk about that at the start. There's actually a petition going around for people to sign so that they close and don't
That
open.
store?
Yeah,
That store?
not that store. All the stores. Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
Oh,
it's like
okay.
an individual store. It's like the brand itself. They're going.
Yeah,
there's a
the whole
petition
thing.
going to close it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't need to be open.
They've 458 signed, 459, 460, 460, 461, 462, 463.
Also,
Yes,
it's still going up. It's still going. It's active.
It's rising pretty quick, to be quite fair. It was at like, let's get this to 100. It was then at, let's get this to 200. So they were like, you know, fuck it, because we've passed that. Let's get this to 500. So I can only imagine the next one's going to be, let's get it to 1,000.
Yeah. Are you going to sign that petition yet then?
I haven't signed it yet. I agree with the whole thing, but I haven't signed it. I don't even think if there's a point in signing it, because of the fact that I believe that the company won't even listen to people that do sign it. I think it shows nothing, especially if you don't get over like quite a number of signatures. So like you're probably looking at about 15k or so before they even consider even reading the thing. So until that happens, I'll wait. I'll wait until it hits around 14k, 15k.
Yeah. And for those wondering why there's a petition going around to close a particular store, it is because of the coronavirus. And because of the coronavirus, there was a picture of Atlanta released that looks very similar to a poster or a shot from season 1 of The Walking Dead. And that is how we're going to go into the next topic, because The Walking Dead just had an episode recently that said goodbye to a major character, and I feel like I can't talk about this because we have this dude up here that is still trying to catch up.
I'm actually over here. When you look at the stream, I'm to your left. Yeah.
Are you sure? Because
yeah, when you look,
I'm pretty sure you're right above me.
Oh no, I am. Yeah, sorry, I have it set up like that. Yeah, I was looking at that. Anyway, yeah, we can't really talk about it because also it just happened. So we don't want to give too much away. So, I haven't caught up either.
So we can't talk about it, but a major character said goodbye. I thought they did a solid job at getting that character to say goodbye.
I know who it was.
Well, you do know who it was. Well,
Rick's woman.
That's fantastic. Rick's woman. We're not going to say who Rick's woman is, just in case anybody wants to watch it.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Do you know what? Spoiler alert! Okay.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! If you want.
It's Rick's woman.
It's Rick's woman.
Yeah.
Show.
I don't want to go into I don't want to go into details, but I take it she just went off and did her own thing, and they're probably going to give her own standalone TV show.
Not exactly.
All right, so she's not getting a standalone TV show.
She ain't dead. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that. Right, but let's move on from that because we can't really talk about it too much because it just happened.
The next topic we're going to go into. Who here has seen Westworld, the latest episode of Westworld?
I have not.
I've seen first season.
Okay. Well, I can tell you, season 3 has so far released 2 episodes, both very, very solid episodes. If you have not jumped on Westworld yet, it is a show to jump on. First season is solid.
Yeah, I hear it's good.
First, second season is a bit mixed in places, but I think it finished on a very good note. And so far, season 3 is good. So if you have not jumped on Westworld yet, get in on it. You're quarantined now, or you should be. So get on it right now. Westworld, solid show. And we're going to move on to that. We're going to go into the area of music. And simply because there's really no decent music that has come out recently, The Weeknd released a song, but I don't really care about The Weeknd. We're going to... there's no albums that have come out to do a review of, so we're going to do a thing, Song of the Week. So we're going to go to each person here, and they are going to recommend a song for you, the viewer, to listen to and expand your music palette. So we're going to go to Nathan first.
We can start off with Alex, because he's top left, so clockwise.
Okay. Alex, is there a song this week you have been listening to a lot that you really like, that you think a lot more people should be listening to?
I don't know. Just wait for the Doom Eternal soundtrack to hit Spotify and listen to that.
Doom Eternal. Okay. When is that coming out?
No idea. Game's up. When the OST hits Spotify, I will be on that.
All right. Well, fair enough. Everybody wait for
In the meantime, go listen to Deftones.
Deftones. There we go. Go listen to that band. Good band. I haven't heard many of their songs, but I've heard a song or two. So.
Digital Bath. Listen to that. Yeah. Seriously.
Digital Bath. Sound.
Yes. Digital Bath and Change. Those two songs.
All right.
They're straight bangers.
Then what genre would they fall? Are they metal?
Rock. New metal.
Okay. Not so bad. Not so bad. So
they're like, I don't know. What would I compare it for you to know? Heavier Muse.
A heavier Muse.
They have that consistent riff down, and it's just slower.
Because personally, for me, I just like if there's a slow riff, I'd prefer slow, like real dirty, gritty sounding.
That's Change in Digital Bath. That's it.
That's all. That's all I need to know.
Just listen to those songs, and if you like them, listen to the rest.
All right.
Give those two songs a chance.
Nathan, you sir, what is your song recommendation of the week? What do you think people should be listening to right now?
I think because of the current situation and nobody's actually working, every day now always feels like it's an end of the week. It always feels like it's a Friday. So I'm gonna go with Rebecca Black's Friday. I think it's a really amazing song. It really discusses as
really makes you want to end it all.
In these times of social distancing and everything like that,
final push off the edge. Put this on.
It kind of makes you think about your friendship between you and obviously your friends. It's
kind of making me reevaluate my friendship.
It's Friday,
with you, and I want to hit the quick button.
No, because
you gotta get down on Friday.
Right, we don't need you to sing it. People can go and look at it. But because a lot of people nowadays, because of like lockdown and stuff like that, are missing, socializing with people. This song really brings back the whole socializing kind of thoughts and memories. It'll take you down memory lane.
Together, united. It'll bang on this fucking shit song.
It'll take you down memory lane when you went out on a Friday night with your mates. But in all seriousness, I think a band people should check out is AJR.
A band?
A band. Sorry. No, it's one guy. So I think people should check out AJR. He does pop music, electro pop, trap. He covers a lot of things. But recently the newest album has quite a number of good songs on it that I've been listening to in the car. So yeah, if you want to check them out, they're literally spelled A, so A, and then J, and then R, and that's it. I think they're pretty.
I've heard one of their songs. I think they're pretty solid band.
I think they're not. I don't think they're a band. Yeah, I know. And he makes it sound like it's a band because there's like all these different like instruments going on at the same time, and it does like some of the songs.
He has a band when he plays live, so.
No, it's all electric. It's all electric.
Is it?
Yeah, it's all on because I watched him create a song. He does all his like sounds, so like you'll hear him like going like wah, like and all this, like he'll record that and put it on a button, and then he'll record like the first segment of it, and he'll like have it come in at that moment, and then he'll let that just like repeat, and then what he'll do is
he's got a full-on loop station then.
Yeah.
If you want good electro and metal mixes, what was it? Carpenter Burt.
Is what?
Carpenter Burt.
I thought you said cough. I thought you said.
Have you heard of him?
No idea.
Oh, you should.
Do you know what I thought you said? Cough into a burp. That's what I heard you say. I'm sorry.
Carpenter Burt.
Yeah.
Check out.
You see.
Let's go.
No. Let him say the name again. Say the name again.
Carpenter Burt.
Like, you see what I mean?
Carpenter Burt.
Cough into a burp.
Carpenter Burt.
Yeah.
Carpenter
Okay.
Burt.
Yeah. No, I get. I get it. I get it.
Said it wrong for a second. Whatever.
Yeah, but
Straight fire.
so AGR,
Yeah.
give them a listen. I've heard one of his songs. Pretty solid.
Aaron,
stuff.
you need to listen to Deftones if you haven't fucking heard it like that.
Deftones.
Mental for me.
I'll definitely jump on them.
If you
Definitely
haven't heard
jumping
of it.
on them. But my song recommendation of the week. It's an old song. I think it came out in 2013. It's by a group called Clio. They are I think they are a Icelandic band. And
Oh, Claire.
yeah.
Broken Glass. Is
Renault.
A good one.
It's a shitty car.
No, Clio.
Yeah, that's what I said. Renault.
Clio.
Yeah, Renault Clio. Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's Kaleo.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying Renault Clio,
Yeah.
like CLIO.
Broken
We're on a
Bone.
bit of band here, an Icelandic band.
And No Good
Uh,
is probably their best song.
No Good. That's exactly the song I was going to recommend for it.
I have them on my
Exactly
playlist.
The song I was about to recommend. Like the song No Good. It like they're basically a sort
Broken
of,
Bones is a banger.
bluesy alternative rock with a bit
They have
of
some
folk.
Country
So,
sounding song as well.
like they're the country bluesy rock folk.
Yeah.
And that is basically that band summed
They're
up.
good. They're good.
And they have Way Down You Go. They have No
That's
Good.
the country side.
I
Country-ish
can't
one.
go on without you. Like, but No Good is
No
so
Good's
good.
the best.
I hadn't heard it until yesterday, and I was
No Good. Broken. Did you listen to their entire album? AB.
Yeah,
Yeah. No
It's-
Good.
it's a
Broken Bones.
pretty good
Glass.
album.
All bangers.
all bangers. Well,
Way
there's
Down We
one song
Go.
I didn't like. I can't remember the name of it.
And then there's some weird ones like Automobile.
Yeah, Automobile's a bit weird. It's a bit weird, but
Yeah,
No Good.
it's like,
solid
but
track.
I vibe.
Like,
Yeah.
if there's one song by Kaleo that would just make you want to just head bang your head off, it's No Good.
No Good.
It's
How's
just
that?
it's solid.
No, it's good.
Solid.
Broken Boat's good as well, but
Yeah,
that's a bit
no,
countryish.
No Good Kaleo. Look it up. They have go listen to their full album AB. They have a new album coming out June 5th this
Ooh.
summer.
That's nice. That's really good.
So get that on your list. If you like them when you go listen to them, keep that album on your radar because they've released 3 singles for the upcoming album. All of them pretty solid. So keep an eye out. Solid band. No Good Kaleo. Listen to it. You will love it if you like that genre of music.
Oh, okay.
And with that, we are going to move on to not exactly my area of expertise, but an area of mild interest in my book. Apparently, there's a rumor going around in the gaming world. This is Nathan.
Oh, tell us what the
Alex's
rumor is.
area
Oh
of
boy,
expertise.
what is the big rumor?
The rumor is that Modern Warfare 2 will be remastered. What are your thoughts on this, boys?
I'll go
Remastered
play the
Modern Warfare
original.
2. All right, then.
That's about it.
Um,
Modern
not
Warfare 2 was
interested
the
in playing
last
the game with
Modern
updated
Warfare I
graphics.
Call of Duty I liked. Well, besides this new Battle Royale one.
So COD 4 was the last one you liked.
Modern Warfare 2, that's 6.
Oh.
Wow, there's
Yeah.
like 20 of them now.
Yeah.
Modern
I
Warfare
think
2 was good.
COD 4 came out and then
COD
I
4
think
was probably the best.
COD
I
4
think the
and then
best COD
Two was fucking
with zombies was
World at War.
was World at War.
Yeah,
It was
World at War.
100%.
War was-
World at
Yeah,
War
it was the
was
best zombies game.
so good. I remember playing that game and I was playing like I think we were playing like tag Like, so me and two other, like, so it was me, my brother, and a mate. Were actually playing tag, like, in World at War, where we'd, like, hop through, like, windows and stuff, like, try to get away from each other and hiding people and stuff like that. It was quite fun. I really enjoyed it. I kind of want to get it again just to do that, but I don't got people that have that game to go on and do that. So I'm hoping that they don't remaster the game, and the reason being is with
the way they do the modern ones, I won't like it.
I feel like with the way that the next gen consoles are coming out, they just need to basically do a whole new Modern Warfare 2, but with the OG maps, and scale it up to the res that these new consoles can handle and PCs can handle. Instead of like just remastering it, because remastering's basically putting it through that file thing that you use, Aaron, that banana thing or whatever it's called.
Oh, I can't even remember what the fuck it was called.
You know the thing, yeah, another thing that you use to like compress your files to make them smaller. Well, that's basically what they're doing.
Is the one that you said was awful.
Yeah,
sometimes they straight up just redo the textures. So
yeah,
but and the thing is, like, is Modern Warfare 2 on PC at the minute?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
original.
Yeah, everything's on PC.
All right, okay, fair enough. Because like it's rumored to be remastered on PC as well as console. So
well, they're gonna have to.
Every
if it's on Xbox, it's gonna be on. It's gonna be on. It's gonna be on PC. So they're basically running the same thing, just a different way of playing it.
Okay, that's fun.
Like the software is pretty much the same. Like it's more or less running Windows 10, but just a different look on the Xbox. That's really it.
Yeah. Well, that's fair enough. But do you think the rumor is true, and do you care? I don't think you do care from your general reaction.
Not really. If it's being remastered, not really. I would really like the OG maps to be redone up, for them to be expanded, because with the new gen you have a lot more room to play with, like creating or making the maps a lot bigger. Also create the lobbies a lot bigger. So have your 60 people one game. Not a battle royale, but like have your 60 people one game where it's just
all DM.
Yeah, where it's just like
it's just 60. Get 100 in there.
Because then if you're pushing 100, you're kind of pushing battle royale numbers.
No,
you know, you could still have your battle royale map and then have like maybe 200 people in it or whatnot. Like over time, it's gonna become like there's gonna be a point where people are just like, you know what? Who cares about a limit? Let's just throw 1,000 people into one lobby. We've got the server. We've got the server we've got the server there for it. Let's make the map for it. You know, over time it will come to a point where it'll be like that. But as for now, like with the current gen, I think you could definitely host about 250 people in one battle royale with the next gen consoles. But
I feel like if they threw 1,000 people into one map, like like as soon as you respawn, like as soon as you go forward about 10 meters, turn left, you're gonna get shot.
No, because it all depends on the map. That's why you make the map bigger. So you make a map bigger then. Like the current situation, like with the battle royale in Call of Duty at the minute on Modern Warfare, it's called Warzone. It feels empty at the minute, and you still have 150 people in that. And
if that's good,
there's 150. No, you can't. No,
you go to one place with 20 other people. It's a fuckfest.
Yeah, it is. It is, to be honest.
That's the thing.
Yeah, but it does still like quite a lot more of the time. It feels empty than it does feel full.
Because like when I still did play games and went online, like last time I played COD online. Like I think there's only 16 people in the map, so there was really just not really that much people. So just imagine 150 people in one map, even if that one was relatively larger than the ones I played on. It still kind of blows my mind. But just think about 1,000 people in one map in the future, that would probably be enough to get me to think about getting back in the game and then getting online. That'd just be insane. I'd quite like that.
Yeah,
but. We'll move on from Modern Warfare. Not very excited, not very needed. Just do what Nathan said. Do up the original maps and get that done. And but we're going to move on here to the last topic. of this podcast, the last topic, and the last topic is upcoming games and how excited both of you are for these games. And the first game, I'm actually going to go in reverse here because I want to finish with the strongest game, which I think will probably be the most exciting game. So we're going to
No,
start
if going off that list, I think you could possibly be wrong. It's a tie between the last and the first one.
Okay. All right, I'll
Well,
go from
let's hear
second
the
last.
first.
I'll go from second last to second, and then do a wee joint thing on the first and the last one. All right. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the upcoming Marvel's Avengers game, which is kind of looking.
I seen it. It looked like trash.
It does look like trash. It really does.
It
I am
does.
not even
Like,
gonna waste.
when I
my
heard they
time
were
on
going
it.
to do the game, I thought they'd at least do the likeness of
It's some
Spider-Man?
the movies.
Yeah,
the
Spider-Man
movie,
game was good.
the movie cast, but they just decided to do their own designs, and it looks
Just doesn't work.
it looks kind of crappy.
You know what
Kinda.
they when I seen that trailer, I was like, what the fuck has happened? Like, it's as if they've went back in time. Like, this is World at War fucking graphics. This, I was like, yo, didn't they just make Spider-Man there like a few years ago? I'm like, yeah, I know it was in association with, but still, at the same time, like, I was like, why have they went back a few years in graphics and not come forward? As in, like, looking at Spider-Man's graphics, they were pretty decent, to be honest. Why isn't it not the same, if not a bit better, because it's a year ahead or 2 years from when Spider-Man was released? Or it could be 3, I'm not too sure on that. I think it's 2. 2 years since Spider-Man was released. 2018, wasn't it? Yeah.
2 years. 2 years, yeah.
So, like, I was quite confused. Like, the faces of these characters, of Iron Man, of Thor, of Black Widow, of Captain America, they all look like action figure faces. Like, there's no, it's all like, it looks like dough. Like,
well, that's what it is. It's not an actual realistic thing.
Yeah, I suppose
cartoon,
if you really want to get into it,
comic style. But it just
so
doesn't
like
work.
it's like a Lego.
Yeah, no.
Like if like a Lego game.
No.
Well, I suppose I can see where you come from, because like Lego is gonna look like Lego. Doesn't matter what way you draw it. Like,
go look at the Lego games.
Like, even the Lego games, like their graphics suited.
What you're saying is you do not like the art style.
yeah, the art style for these characters was terrible, but the graphics is also shit. Don't get me wrong, the graphics is fucking terrible. It's like it's like you're playing World of War. It's like you're playing World of War in costumes of Captain America and Black Widow and Iron Man. That's literally it. It's like you've got hacks in World of War that it's basically Skyrim on drugs. That's what it is.
Skyrim on drugs looks better than this.
When I first seen an image of all of the Avengers from the game lined up, it looked like they're trying to
like a bunch of potatoes.
It looked like they're trying to pass a bunch of cosplayers as legitimate heroes, and they look like cosplayers in the suits of the heroes we already know, and it was a bit odd looking. But yeah, the graphics, the style, like the cutscene. The cutscene quality itself compared to the cutscenes from the Spider-Man game that came out 2 years before, definitely a lot worse. Yeah. But the bit of me might think they just took existing footage that they already had, that they've probably updated since, and just decided to throw it out there, and it's just on.
So it's like a remastered Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It's kind of a yeah.
They had a cutscene that was presentable enough to show to people, so they decided to put it out there. It didn't look as well as they would have hoped. So, and I'd say when the game comes out, it would probably look miles better than it did when that first trailer came out, because that trailer came out like a year and a half ago, didn't it?
Yeah, something like that. But I just hope the graphics are updated like really well.
Mark
Mark was saying the shortcoming isn't in graphics, it's the visual design. That in combination with a bad choice in voice actors. And then he said he disagreed. I can't remember what you disagree with, so enlighten me on that. And he said that, Aaron, you were on the ball there, that because it was so long when that trailer came out and that it looked like they were trying to get a few cosplay people he basically said you're on the ball there with that. I mean, as long as how I look at games is if the storyline's good, because there has to be storyline, Alex.
Yeah, the
game graphics are good.
Important point I'll bring up soon.
What?
That's an important point I'll bring up soon about the storyline.
The graphics are good, and the game feels a lot more like immersive. Like it holds you, like Spider-Man has done. I've completed Spider-Man to 100%. I can't remember the last time I've wanted to 100% a game. Like, it's been quite a while. Like, but when I started playing Spider-Man, I was like, yes. I was like, I love just, like, I came home from work wanting to just sit here and swing around that city and not do anything else bar that. Like, it's been so long since a game has done that for me and like pulled me to the game. Whereas like with Call of Duty and stuff like that, they come out every year and they're more or less the same thing. It's a shooter. Like, you just hop on it to like kind of feel some like sense of like power. It's like, haha, I'm the best kind of thing. Whereas with Spider-Man, no. Spider-Man had me at work. I was just like counting the minutes. I was like, please hurry up. I want to get home. I want to play this game. And just like, once I got home, I was chilling, talking to Mark in Discord, and I was just swinging around for about 2.5 hours. And only then, when I needed a pee, did I notice that it was 2.5 hours later. And then what did I do? Went for a piss, went back and played for another 2.5. Swinging around, doing nothing else. Did no storyline because I've completed it. I've got 100%. Actually, no. Right, scratch that. I haven't 100% the game, and the reason for that, wait, I'm sitting
that's
at,
not good enough, man.
I'm sitting at 98%. Wait, listen to my reasoning. The reason for that is because I feel that if I 100% that game, that I'll never be able to go back to it and feel the same pull to that game as I do knowing that I've got 2% left.
That's a fair point.
Redo it?
No! Never. That's a waste of time.
There you go. It's not a good game.
No, it is.
I'm not going to replay it.
No, I have to ask you, Nathan.
I don't have the DLC, by the way, Mark. And also, yeah, the gameplay does look very restrictive. Sorry, Aaron, for butting in. Just he was typing there as I was going on my rant, and I feel like we got to keep up with it. Yeah, it does feel very linear. It's like, did you ever like? How do I explain it? Have you ever watched somebody's stream start lagging, and like all you see is like an image like this, right? They're ready to fight, and all you see is like them pulling back, and it's like kind of it's choppy. Yeah, that's what the Marvel game looks like.
Oh, fair enough.
They look like action figures were placed into this like scaled up world on a table and moved like
action figures look cooler.
No, and moved like, you know, like the Lego movie, like how they've done each character and moved them every frame.
You're watching Wallace Gromit.
Well, yeah, but like you're playing with like characters that move frame by frame, like how they did, like, you know, with like the Lego, they like drew them up and stuff like that, and like. In the Lego movie, they actually showed like it was a scaled up city, you know, that kind of thing. You know, the way they used to make movies back in the old day, when it was like characters like that, they'd like move the dinosaur like this much, take a photo, this much, take a photo, move his leg, take a photo. Stop motion. Yeah, I can't think of the word there. Yeah, so that's what that game feels like. That is what that feels like. Well, and no, I haven't got the DLC, by the way, Mark. I've heard quite a lot about it, but I haven't got it. Well,
because you mentioned there, like, because I know you did a playthrough of that Call of Duty game, and like I know you completed putting up the videos for the Spider-Man game. I have to ask, did you complete the campaign for that Call of Duty game?
Yeah. Completed within 6 hours. It was that
But
shit.
you just didn't really care about that Call of Duty enough to.
It was shite. After uploading, like, what was it, 2 episodes, 3 episodes?
Years.
Was it 2 episodes, 3 episodes? No, and I'll tell you why it was shit.
I think you uploaded about 10 or 11.
Right.
You put up 10 or 11 parts.
10 or 11. Oh, right, sorry. Okay. So 10 or 11 parts of Call of Duty, right? The reason why I got to 10 or 11 and then I was like, do you know what? Scrap this. Wasn't because the storyline was terrible. The storyline was fine. The graphics, again, were fine. They were fine in the trailer as well. And they were also fine when I was playing the game. That was fine. What pissed me off was that I had tweeted Call of Duty saying this game better have like a 40-hour campaign.
That was never gonna happen, man.
Something like that. Obviously not 40 hour, but you get what I mean, like a 10 or 11 hour campaign, something like that.
Was like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah,
maybe.
but the older fucking CODs had like a really good campaign. It was like 78 hours, like. And I'm like, why is it now? Why are we getting smaller campaigns? It's like people are now,
because people still pay the same amount for it.
Yeah, fair enough, but at the same time, right? People are now willing, like a lot more people are now willing to just sit and do it in one fucking sitting. I had Mountain Dew, stacks of Mountain Dew here, ready to stream that motherfucker for 2 days straight. That campaign, and what do I get? A 6-hour fucking campaign. So
it was only 6 hours long.
6 hours long, yeah. So Activision, you know what you can do? Is fucking shove your game up your ass. And that's why I won't be releasing any other videos showing the completion of that game. So fuck off.
Well, that's kind of shit then. And I can understand why they probably started shortening the campaigns, and I think that's mainly because people didn't really give too many fucks about the campaigns. It was
no,
really
they do. They do. People don't give shit about the campaigns now because, one, they took us on a let's go to the future trip. And them games were completely shit. Like the jumping around and fucking gliding in midair and all this fucking shit. That was completely shit. And that's why they've went back to boots on ground. That's why they've went back to the old times, like Modern Warfare. And also, because of that, the fucking storylines were terrible. Like, if you don't have people from day one getting in on the game, like from the trailers and stuff like that, and you've got people like complaining already about like these suits, about being able to like jump walls and shit like that, you're going to go in with that mindset of like, this game's fucking terrible. So you're never actually going to give it a proper score. Whereas like, if you had to went in with like, no, like not seeing any of it and just went in, you know, the scoring may not have been as low, or you know, like your mindset wouldn't have been as low for the game, or expectations, wouldn't have been as low for the game, or, you know, that kind of way. Yeah. And it's like with Modern Warfare, what they've done right, from my experience anyway, I don't know, I think as well with Alex, because I know you, Alex, didn't like the whole like future shit because you didn't touch any of the CODs then, but you've gotten Warzone. And am I right in saying this? Because they've brought it back to make it feel like it's proper war?
No.
No?
Not because of that. I don't give a shit about that. Like,
alright, so what's your...
You can have World War II shit, you can have anything. It's a battle royale.
Oh, that's, so you think the concept overall of battle royale is good? I got bored of
PUBG. I got bored of Apex.
We fucking played that shit. Apex, we actually started fucking doing good recently in that.
Yeah, Apex is good, but
yeah, but it was way too late for anybody to care about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't. I just got bored of it.
It's fucking terrible, like. But yeah, no, I think for me, well, so then it's just for me. I think what they done right was just go back to boots on the ground, do it as like how war would be now. I know they've got a few things in there that might not be, so I think like no, they don't actually. Like they have C4s and stuff like that. Yeah, no, so it's like it's kind of like if you were to become a soldier, like there is kind of a lot of things that you could do. Like we could do if we were in the army at the minute in that game, because the fact that they took on a load of people from the army in America to like find out how, even down to like how they would hold the gun or reload the gun if they had it like aiming, they would reload it instead of lowering the gun and reloading it, or showing the gun and reloading it like this. They would do that. They would like pull the clip out, put one in while still aiming, because there's always one in the chamber and shit like that. Like minor details like that is kind of what hooked me to the game. But yeah, and that's why
Fair enough.
I don't get about that.
That's why I don't feel
it's just
the
one
remaster.
of the better feeling battle royales.
Yeah.
It's a lot smoother in a way. PUBG was just too slow.
PUBG was
And
very
Apex-
yeah. PUBG was
Apex was just shields and shields, and you just fucking.
PUBG was
arse.
coded like Grand Theft Auto.
How so?
So you know that you know the feeling of like the characters in like certain like rooms and stuff like that in like small areas. They couldn't really like walk properly or like move like a certain way properly. They done this like weird like let's walk forward and then kind of loop back kind of thing instead of like just turning. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So PUBG was like that. The game mechanics for the characters was exactly like that.
I still loved PUBG. Like,
I mean, it's like it's one of the first. I know it's one of the first 3 kind of battle royales, major battle royales, to hit mainstream. Like, what? I think it was one of the first 2 actually.
It was an Arma mod.
It was H1Z1, and then the guy that was working for them actually moved out and made his own battle royale and called it PUBG. Yeah, so it was fine. Yeah. Right. What other games have we got?
On to the next games. I'm just gonna list 3 of them here, and you can tell me which one sounds more interesting, because I don't know all that much about them. But the next 3 games are Outsiders, Bleeding Edge, and Half-Life. A sequel to Half-Life is coming out. Do any of those names stand out to you, and will you be playing them?
Sequel to Half-Life.
Only Half-Life stands out, but even at that, I haven't played the first one.
There's the VR Half-Life Alyx.
No, I haven't touched that. I've heard of the name Half-Life, but I've never touched the game whatsoever.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, but we'll scrap them names then. The last 2.
Oh, you missed one.
Did I?
Yeah.
We talked about Avengers. I mentioned Outsiders, Bleeding. Oh yes, of course. And Nathan, you did a reaction video to the trailer of this one.
I did, yeah.
And it's Ghost of Tsushima.
10 out of 10. I will buy a PS4 for this.
How excited are you for this, and what do you expect?
I don't expect it to be game of the year.
I don't give a shit. It is my vibe, but that's it.
That is what I did say in my trailer reaction video.
It's not gonna be the best game, yeah. I agree there.
I
love the vibe.
I was informed.
You see, the best game of the year, we're getting to it soon.
Yes, we are. It's one of the best games.
No,
of the year. One of. There's 2 this year. There's 2 this year, and I'm sorry. If you haven't played, the other one, go and get a PS4 and go and play it, and then come back to me. All right. Anyway,
Ghost of Tsushima.
No, he's look. Alex, your camera's gonna fall.
Listen, this, yes, pretty good. 2, maybe better. Maybe a contender for the best game of the year, but no. There's 2. There's 2.
But anyway, Ghost of Tsushima, right? I was soon.
We'll get on those last 2 soon.
I was recently notified about about the trailer release like last year or the year before for Ghost of Tsushima. Alex, correct me if I'm wrong. Did they release a gameplay for the game, like maybe 10-minute clip?
Yeah, they had gameplay.
They had, okay, yeah. So I was told to go and watch that.
E3 2 years ago.
E3 2 years ago, yes, exactly.
Then there's gameplay from last year as well.
Somebody had told me to go and watch that on. They commented under the video.
There's a new one from this year as well.
Yeah, so they told me to go and watch it and then get back to them and just be like and give my opinion on it. So I'm gonna do that. So I'll leave my thoughts up until I've watched that E3 and watched the gameplay of it. Now I have seen obviously the trailer. There was a few things.
I thought the graphics, the quality of the cutscenes in the trailer were a bit subpar. But
Whew.
it looked interesting.
It's not my focus. My
story-wise.
focus is the vibe,
My
atmosphere.
I was your focus is the vibe. Mine was the
Because most of like the clips and
My-
something had that Breath of the Wild atmosphere, and I just
mine was
I'm
the
all for that.
the movement of the bushes moving whilst there was a cinematic of a hill where they had like
That
a
looked
thing
alright.
like that. No, it didn't look like shit. The whatever it was, the grass or whatever it might have been was completely like just blowing the exact same thing. It was like it was on a loop and it was terrible. So
I
So-
don't
so-
remember that shit.
so that's
Combat
what-
looks
that's what
so
knocked it-
satisfying.
no, but if it's so blatant, if you point it out in the fucking trailer, which the trailer is supposed to be the illusion for the game to get you in on buying it, it's supposed to be perfect. It wasn't. If you spot things out in the fucking trailer.
I don't really. Sorry, when I watch the combat, I'm like, yeah,
All right, fair enough. You've watched it. I haven't watched that. Or, well, yeah, in the trailer, there was a bit, but it's just. I don't know when it's like little things like that. I mean,
I don't
Am I
care.
looking too much into it then?
yes, you are.
All right, okay.
You're not gonna spend all your
Everybody
time.
has
looking at that.
preferences on on what gets them into the game, and if it's the quality of the graphics and the realism of the
At some
of what
point,
you're
there's
seeing on
a point
screen.
I really don't care about graphics.
it's
Well,
more so about just
Once
the-
it gets
the
to a
vibe
point,
and
I'm
the
like, this
gameplay
is
for you.
fine.
I'm hoping for gameplay to be like how I see people in real life at some stage, or like how like a movie. I'm hoping at some stage it gets to that point, which hopefully it
So
will.
what studio is making the game?
That one. It's just that one's run by Sony, isn't it?
What was that? So,
It's a Sony exclusive. I'm nearly sure.
Sucker Punch.
Oh, yeah.
They're done.
What are
They're Infamous. You know those games?
I've heard of
Infamous 2. That's what they did.
Oh yeah, there's Sucker Punch. Yeah.
I love that. I have. Where's Infamous? Somewhere there.
Oh,
Just
so
over
yeah,
there,
it's
over
only-
my shoulder. Believe me, I have it. I
Sorry,
swear.
it's published by Sony. I was wrong. Oh,
Oh,
Christ,
what was who's
yawning.
the studio that made it?
Sucker Punch.
Kid. You fucking
Sucker Punch. Oh,
deaf cunt.
okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you the first time. I thought you were.
You
I
did.
thought-
You
oh,
reacted.
okay.
Anyway,
I thought it was a game.
no.
But anyway, that's my knowledge on gaming. But
I am
We're gonna
full on
go-
hype. I don't
Go
care.
Ghost in Tsushima. Alex full on hype.
Who said Ghost in Tsushima?
Go Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima. Alex full on hype.
I just had an
Jesus.
image of him getting fucked in the ass by a ghost. Go on, yeah, bye, yeah. Oh, Pochia! Like
Down to the next
Noni!
We're not
Right.
going there. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna combine these last two because these last two games are probably the two. They are the two most anticipated games of the year.
We'll do the last one last.
One of them mainly because of Keanu Reeves, and the other one simply because the first one was so damn good.
Yes.
And those two games are Cyberpunk and The Last of Us Part 2. And I know Alex is definitely looking forward to Cyberpunk way
Give it to
more
me
than
now.
The
Give it
Last
to
of
me now.
Us.
Fucking hell, those
And
absolute.
Nathan is
haunts
definitely
me.
looking forward to Last of Us 2 a lot more than Cyberpunk.
No,
I'm
no,
going
no.
to-
For me, it's both. It's the same.
Cyberpunk, all the
Alright,
way.
Okay, so which
Last
one?
of Us 1 was amazing.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, and it
100%.
just, oh man, I
2,
was just.
I'm a bit iffy on 2 because 1 was just brilliant. That's the thing. If you're basing your expectations on this prequel, I'm like, I've seen some really shady second ones.
Yeah, I can see your point there. Like your faith in sequels. Ain't so
I
high.
am cautious, but I want it to be really good.
Mm.
That's the thing there.
But it's Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog 2 so good.
Yeah,
But-
well, they did Uncharted 3, which
No, you
was
didn't like that.
2 was okay. 1 was good. 2 was I played it in one sitting, 12 hours.
But I'm gonna
3
go into
was
something here because I'm a bit of a weirdo. I'll say that much. Everybody knows that because I'm weird.
We
But
do, yeah.
I went from playing games a few years ago quite a bit to not playing games at all, and the fact The Last of Us, the first game, is so good. The story of it is so good. I sat and watched an edited version on YouTube that was edited down to sort of a movie length. So I just sat and watched a movie version of the game and was just completely invested
I
in
think
it
there's one reason I
simply because
love
of the
Last of Us
story.
is the atmosphere and vibe.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And the
When you're
characters,
walking around, it's just I like the atmosphere.
Yeah, it
the
was. They
characters
nailed
and
it.
That's one of the things I
in-game
love.
dialogue,
When-
everything
That's
was
one
just
thing I am cautious of
For
Ghost
number
of
2.
Tsushima, because
Oh.
from the trailers, I'm loving it, but I'm hoping.
because I think story is quite a big, massive make or
Yeah.
break thing for games. A very big make or
Oh,
break
yeah.
thing.
I mean,
Also
there's
for
some games-
movies.
Yeah, oh
It's,
yeah.
it's
definitely.
obviously that's the sole purpose.
No,
of
yeah, if you're
movies,
watching a
there's
movie
telling
and you're
a
like,
story.
this is garbage.
Yeah, but if you had
the purpose
Alex
of
in
movies
charge,
is
you
tell a
wouldn't have a
story.
fucking storyline. Anyway, I'll agree with both of you on the environment aspect. I really, really enjoyed it. It made me feel like I was in an apocalypse whilst playing it. There was there was dead silence. You might have heard the odd maybe bark of an animal in the background, or like
The winter bit
yeah
with
as
the
well.
hunting.
Yeah.
That was.
And fun fact, if you didn't know, the dude that the leader of the cannibals, that was actually Nathan Drake. The dude that voices Nathan Drake voiced that dude.
Oh, not too bad.
But yeah, that Last of Us Part 2, I'm very, very excited about that simply because I was so invested in the characters and the story in the first game. It's basically me looking forward to a sequel to a movie, but I'm not going to be playing the game because but I'll be getting it from my brother. But I'll be watching the story because I just don't game anymore.
I have I know what I'm gonna do then when that one comes out.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna basically do the whole movie of it.
What do you mean?
So I'll not do my gameplay.
Oh, you're gonna to successfully do that, you're gonna have to not record yourself. Obviously, you're just gonna have to play through it, record it, and make sure just edit it together down to movie length.
Why would you have to
Cut out
edit
the
it?
unnecessary?
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Because the story would probably be 6, 7, 8 hours long potentially, and you've got to cut out all the unnecessary things that don't forward the story. That's one of the impressive things about some of the people that have spent so much time editing the thing down to like 4 hours or 2.5, 3 hours, just taking out all of the unnecessary bits that don't move the story along, the unessential story elements. It's just, but that's the thing about that's probably the pro of just playing the full game, because there's so much in-game dialogue in The Last of Us that sort of there's bits that aren't in the cutscenes that add to the characters and add to the story of the characters and the background of the characters. That's the best thing about playing the game.
So in these people's videos, did they have like parts of gameplay, or was it just like the cutscenes?
No, they have gameplay in there.
Yeah.
Like, because there's quite a few essential bits of dialogue in the game to add in, but they have action scenes and all that there in it as well. It's just they just had you playing. That's like part of the fun of the story is the journey, not the destination. So just seeing bits and pieces of them getting point A to point B, it makes it a little more entertaining to an extent.
You sound like a game designer there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Game designer that doesn't play games anymore.
Yeah. hidden talent.
Yeah. But Cyberpunk looks pretty cool, and Keanu Reeves, you can't go wrong. What about it is getting you people excited? What will make this game good? What do you think it will bring to the table that other games have not done? Alex, why do you think this game will be better than The Last of Us Part 2? Let's hear it.
Because it is. Because our God and Savior is in it.
Because our
No,
our Bush is in it. If you don't get that reference, it's because he was a Bush in SpongeBob, the movie. Yeah. Or Tumbleweed. Sorry, that's what it was. Tumbleweed.
Your
Tumbleweed
silence
Jesus, yeah.
on your thoughts of Cyberpunk.
Right. So my experience could be greatly enhanced. Greatly enhanced if
By Keanu Reeves.
what?
By Keanu Reeves.
Not even the main reason I was hyped for the thing.
Not only Keanu Reeves, but if the creators of Cyberpunk would send me out that limited edition graphics card.
Yeah,
That's not Corona. That's kind of a hint, you know. It would be greatly.
stay away from me. It's definitely Corona.
It's not. It's a
Like you're
hint.
gotten mentally ill.
Yeah, no, I think it would be. I'd experience the game in so many different levels. With that Cyberpunk graphics card, that I don't think mine could even handle its greatness. Yes, if you are wondering, is there a bit of licking ass here? Completely, 100%. There
Like,
is.
I can see the brown already on your fucking lips.
But I want to get my
You're not
hands.
licking it anymore. You're sucking at this point.
I've kept some in my beard. It's there for later on. But I'm I'm looking. Man, if I could get my hands on one of them. Ooh, RTX 2080 Ti Cyberpunk Edition. Please, if anybody from Cyberpunk is even going to watch this video back on YouTube or anything like that, because I might just put a Cyberpunk segment on YouTube, who knows, and then tag them. Who knows?
Yeah,
you know.
Nathan will be doing a playthrough of Cyberpunk. He'll be doing a playthrough of Last of Us. He'll be doing a playthrough potentially of Ghost of Tsushima. We'll all see.
I'm going to be doing a playthrough of every game that I'm interested in, which is Last of Us 2, Cyberpunk, Ghost of Tsushima. I think that's it this year. Really, that I'm interested in, yeah.
And that's it. That's pretty much it.
And it's
until hopefully, Nathan, you'll jump on the Halo train at some stage.
Never.
Combat of all is good.
Never. I don't know what it is about Halo. Like,
I like the first two.
It's a national treasure.
I have the Master Chief collection. It's on my Xbox. It's connected to my Xbox account.
Have you played it?
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. I don't like it.
Which games did you play?
Like the first ones. Yeah, and then I tried the last one and I was like, nah, it's still shit.
Combat Evolved was so good.
Halo 5.
Yeah.
Like it's only shit because you don't follow the story. It's a continuous story, and the story is fucking fantastic. The story is one of the best parts of Halo, which is why I like it so much.
Yeah,
the relationship between the Master Chief and Cortana is just so good. It's so good. It's the driving force of Halo.
It doesn't do it for me.
I still like the story of Doom better.
Because like I played Halo 3 and Halo 3 ODST with my brother when I was younger, and Halo 3 has such a damn good campaign. Like there's a character called the Arbiter, where like it's just him and the Master Chief. They're just like two best friends, take the piss out of each other, and it's just it's fantastic. It's such a good game series. It's like the last one got a lot of like Halo 5 Guardians got a lot of complaints about the story there, but I got a wee bit of praise with the gameplay. But back to the games at hand. Cyberpunk, Last of Us. Cyberpunk, I have a feeling the story there will probably be interesting. With Keanu Reeves in there, it's going to be good. That's all I can think about. Keanu Reeves. It's going to be Keanu Reeves' year.
Just stop before you cream yourself. All right.
Yeah.
Stop before I cream myself.
We've already had you do that when we went to see his.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
That's not even the main reason I'm excited. I actually love the gameplay of it. They had a 40-minute video of it.
Did they?
Yeah. Did you not see it? Like,
I'm nearly sure.
it's all scripted, yeah, but still, I like the vibe with it. Plus, I just love cyberpunk shit.
Yeah, well, Aaron creamed himself whenever he went to see John Wick 3.
But I'm gonna ask you,
Can't wait for 4.
if you were to put money on
Is that where he's an OAP? Old age pensioner.
Hey, I'll still watch that. Fuck off. I'll watch
put
John
money-
Wick 27.
if you were to put money on who will win Game of the Year at the Game of the Year if you were to put money on who's going to win Game of the Year at the Game Awards next year, it's going to come down to Last of Us and Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Who will it be, and how much money will you put on it?
I don't know. If Alex wants to put a bet on, I'll put a bet on of like 5 or 10 quid.
Let's see, I put 2 cents on Cyberpunk.
Okay. So is that at like?
That's my entire.
Is that 2 to 1, 10 to 1, 18 to 1?
What are the odds? Never tell me the odds.
50-50.
I'll put 5 quid on. I'll put 5 quid on The Last of Us 2.
Alright, 5 quid on Cyberpunk.
Right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Now, just listen.
Shake that hand, boy.
Okay, Nathan. you see what you're
Oh,
gonna
sorry.
say.
Elbow bump. We don't do
Wrap us up, yeah.
handshakes anymore.
You see what you're going to say there, and I'll wrap us up here.
So the reason why I'll pick The Last of Us, and I'll back it, is because The Last of Us is going to have more time in 2020 than Cyberpunk will.
But the thing is, when it's the end of the year, recency bias.
I don't think it'll be enough.
I'm sure it will.
Not
Plus,
if
it's gonna
not
be
if
better anyway.
not if people can't leave the gaff.
Doesn't matter.
It does. If you can't leave the house, how are you going to get it? I know you can digitally download it, but I mean, the servers can only hold so much, and then they go down.
Yeah, exactly. So many people will be getting Cyberpunk.
Well, no, they won't be because the server will be down.
But I'm gonna ask you this here, and then we're gonna wrap it up, because initially we started this the listing of the games. Just to ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for these games? So, Alex, how excited are you on a scale of 1 to 10 for The Last of Us and Cyberpunk?
Last of Us 9.8, Cyberpunk 10.
Okay, more excited for Cyberpunk. Nathan,
Just
rating 1 from 1 to 10. Cyberpunk, Last of Us. Let's hear it.
9.8. Or Cyberpunk.
Yeah, both
10.
What's 10 for Cyberpunk
A 10.
and a 10 for Last of Us.
Yeah.
Just full on excited.
Just
for
because I've just done the storyline there like a few months back, and it has gripped me. Like
might we play it? Might we play it? Might rip out the old.
I would say
it hits the Isle feelings when I
Oh
when
yeah,
I
the
think of it.
fucking. Oh my god.
Right, especially when she's there going, like just ripping Joel a new one, like after that hospital scene, like, and all you can hear is. No, it is. But when she's ripping him a new one, man, I fucking felt so hard. I was like, there was actual tears. I don't know if it's actually in the game, the walkthrough that I done, but I'm nearly sure you could see my eyes water up, and like my eyes actually water up because I'm like, oh my god.
What part was this? You're on
The bit after the hospital.
bit after the hospital.
Yeah, so when her and Joel have this like disagreement, and they split up, and then that's why they meet them back again because she goes hunting.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's they go to Joel's brothers, and then she abandons, and then they're in a house on the top floor, and Joel comes in and they have an argument, and he's basically
no, it's not
telling her
that.
to
It's
stay
not.
with her
No,
brother.
no, it's not that bit. It's the bit after they tried to do treatment on her, and he stopped that.
Well, they tried to do treatment. They
were more or less
were
doing it.
gonna kill her
Yeah,
to get a cure.
yeah,
To get a chance at a cure.
yeah.
No.
And he basically put a stop to that. And then they had an argument when she woke up after the car ride, and they were standing on the hill. Yeah, that bit fucking hit. That hit hard.
Yeah, that was kind of. I wouldn't even necessarily call it an argument. I'd just call it, because they weren't shouting at each other. It was kind of just.
They were, yeah, they were. But I think it got a little bit heated, a little bit, not too bad, like, but it was just like, I think she knew that he lied.
I think she knew that as well. Because I remember her being very, very quiet. Because like, there's a part where she's walking behind Joel, and he's talking about how him and his daughter, how Ellie and his daughter would have gotten along really well, and then he goes up on the rock and reaches out his hand to lift her up on, and then he sort of walks ahead, and then she sort of just stops in her tracks, and she says, "Hey, remember at the start, like I wasn't alone when I got bit. I was with somebody." And that was my friend Riley, and like that's when I started feeling the feels there when she started mentioning her friend. But
it was it wasn't good. I didn't.
Quite a few moments in The Last of Us that kind of just make you. But the bit that kind of got me the most was when they were in the house after she leaves Joel's brother's place. Can't remember his name for some reason, but and like after they leave that, and they're in the house, and he's telling her to stay with his brother, and she's saying like,
and she runs off on the horse,
like
or gallops off.
No, this is after. Like she gallops and she goes to the house, and then Joel and his brother go to the house after her, and then they're on the top floor. She's reading a diary saying, "This is what girls used to worry about before the apocalypse," and then he's saying, "You gotta stay. You'll be safer here," and she's saying to him, "No, I won't feel safer. I'll just be more scared." And there's only one person that has given a shit about me since before, and I've lost all these people, and you're the only other person I care about now. And it's just that whole scene is just so brilliantly done, and like it will like
it will hit you.
The Last of Us TV show is coming. It's coming. Last of Us TV show. I can't believe we didn't bring that up. But Last of Us TV show is coming.
I haven't really heard much on it.
If they translate that, it really depends on who they cast. Because if they cast the wrong people, it's going to be horrible. That's really important who they cast. But if they try to execute that scene on TV, like, I don't think, no matter what they do, I don't think they'll do it as well as it was done in the game, because it's just so damn good. But yeah,
as long as the acting's good and the dialogue's good, it should hit.
Yeah,
it should hit. But, and I think the reason why it will.
Very excited for that.
I think the reason why it will is because this TV show is to kind of reflect on the game.
Probably.
And
a part of me thinks that it's not going to be a reimagining of the game. I think it might be set between the end of the first Last of Us and the start of the Last
showing her grow up.
Yeah, I think it's going to be set between that time. I think that's the only thing that makes sense, because Neil Druckmann, the director of The Last of Us, the game director, he's involved, and I don't think he's going to want to retell the same story again. I think it would make the most sense to set it between the first and second game. That's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah. But I think that will do for today's podcast. I think we are all wrapped up on this one.
Thank you all for tuning in.
Essentially.
Where can people find you?
We don't need to shout that out. It's on screen.
Oh yes, that is true. I forgot about that. Yep. Look at that.
You can find whoever you find most interesting. You can find us here on Twitter, or if you want, hit follow on everybody. You can also find us on YouTube. We haven't got the link to that, but it'll be the exact same name, the TinCan podcast on YouTube. If you want to have a look for that and hit subscribe, we'd really appreciate it.
I didn't come up with that name, just so you
know. No. There's a hidden meaning to it, and the first person other than Mark to find out what that hidden meaning is, will give something away. I don't know what it may be, but we'll give something away.